This is go live. Go. This is go live. Go. This is go live. We want to cut on the audio. Go live. Okay. So let's stop the recording now. Need to save it. This is going to be subscript A. To go live. Here. To resume. Okay. They're telling me basically what we did. That is a zip file. Save. Let's review the details. 191 screens. Okay. So no recording. Add a comment. Paste and enter. Error. Try again. What is exactly the error? Oh. Why I keep having an error, but I do. Anyways, let's minimize it for now. We'll take the URL, copy the URL, put it in the spreadsheet here. Yes. Okay. Then we'll add the URL to my green pop-up. Yes. Enter. Add it to my comment. Enter word. This is our YouTube live. Okay. Now it goes to the notepad too. File save. The next thing we want to do is to start the recording, record to the cloud, and share screen. Share my entire screen for now. I'm not working, you see the entire screen, I'm not sure. It should be visible somewhere here. It's not, the microphone is not muted. Now let's see if we can turn on the camera. Keep the camera off for now. Now, okay, so here in YouTube I can see the entire thing. Okay, so for now, let's see if we can minimize that significantly because there is really not much there. And also, save the notepad. What do I want to do next? Next, I want to log into the class. We'll stop now. What did I do? I want to open the email for the invitation. Then join the class. But join it also from a browser. That's the important thing. So let's add a comment for now. Copy, comment. Okay. Invitation. Mother's only thing. Zoom. Copy. Okay. I'll stop the recording for now. Save the recording. Paste the new message. It will be B. And this time is already 7:41. And the class is going to start. Additional screens, 52 screens, bam, add a comment, enter. Now, this is what we are recording. I'm going to put the name of the file in my notes. So after the Control V in the Word document, and save in the spreadsheet. And save in my notepad. Paste. save, and in the pop-up. Paste. Now I'm ready to actually carry it out. I'm going to double click it, and this is where the important thing is now. Join from your browser.
Reach out, Abner, and the way you can do this and decide whoever's not in a group, put not in a group, right? So, okay. And if you have issues with special issues of not showing your camera or anything like that, feel free to put that in a chat to one of the TAs. If you have special conditions or something like that, just state that. And you don't. You only have those when there's some kind of issue, illness, something like that, where you don't show your face. Otherwise, everyone needs to show their face. Everyone's professional in this class, and then we can begin here. Okay. So we're hopefully we'll try to start on time. I'm going to be every session. I'll be at least 10 minutes ahead. Starting at 7:30, I'll be online. If any, and I suggest you also try to get online at 7:30 once we get rolling. This way we have some more time to do some areas. Okay. And the beginning, we'll do some housekeeping. And what I want to do today, this first week was a bit hectic for some in terms of adding, dropping. There were some issues, especially with Wiley Plus, how it's a separate product, a separate book, and it tries to integrate with another learning management system called Blackboard. And we'll talk about that, about issues that they do. Some of you had issues in the browser, right? That Safari wasn't working. Think about that user. What they've made a mistake was in Wiley and Blackboard, not telling the end user. They should have checked what browser a user is using, and then what? Be able to tell you, please change from Safari to Chrome or to Firefox to another one. Did they tell you? No. So you kind of are sitting there wondering what to do. So we'll be talking about also how to design systems that are not frustrating for the end user. You guys, if it were a product that you could just decide, you probably say, hey, I'm not going to bother buying from that vendor anymore. And then this way it just makes it more miserable for you. So we have that part. Okay. So, and I know that we'll decide here, Avner, you'll decide here on who's going to be monitoring then the chat as well, and let me know if there are issues here. Okay, so I can spend time talking about information rather than just administrative. Okay, guys, so let me make sure everything is full screen, be able to see everyone. Okay. And in gallery view. Okay. So let's start. Okay, I'm going to share my screen and we'll talk about the basics of how we're going to operate this class. I'll also talk about what we're going to cover in this class. We'll do a breakout exercise and I'll give another quiz. and some readings. Okay, so let me share my screen. I'll share it with you. I'm going to close my pop-up here. I don't need it to pop up. You may need that. I don't. I'm going to move my share screen, my controls above here. And you guys see my screen? Avner, you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So let me tell you guys what I want to do. I want to go to Blackboard. In Blackboard, my Blackboard looks different than your Blackboard. Where all my courses say that I'm the instructor. Your courses say what in this case? Jacqueline, they say as a student, what else?
Like for this class specifically, we have the regular business technology course, and then audit where we're a teacher assistant.
Right, so your roles are different, right? So what the whole purpose of information systems is we think about roles. Why are roles important? We do something where we call it the right to know. You understand, Jacqueline? It's basically when I say, let me make a little screen here. Let me do format. Let me make the font, I'll make it a little bit bigger here. Thanks for working with me. So we have something called the right to know. Roles in information systems, in info systems. What does the right to know mean? Let's think about you, Jacqueline. We're on a roll now, right? You'll work with me tonight. Do I have the right to know your grades in my class?
Yes.
Yes. Do I have the right to know everybody's grades in my class?
Yes.
Right. Do you have the right to know another student's grade in this class?
No.
No. That's it. That's it basically, and you're the student role, and the student role should be limited to only that you're yourself as a student. You know all your grades and your communication then can be with that. The same idea when I think about it, you're on a roll. Do you know, Jacqueline, do I have the right to know what your grades are in other classes? Me
No.
as an instructor, Dr. Rushman.
No.
No, I don't. I just have the right to know of what's needed for my task. For me to be an instructor, a professor that does the best that she can, I need to have that data available for me, for the right to know. So in the student role, you don't have the right, you have the right to change your grade.
No.
No, you have the right to change other students' grades.
Nope.
No, right? I have those rights, but I don't have those rights to even view your grades or even to have to change your grades, only my grades. And then there may be people above me that have the right to look at the grades that I get. My supervisors may have that right to look at it, and the dean of the business school and maybe the registrar, right? And then there should be then controls to make sure that we are the people. Have you ever heard of hacking?
Yes.
Yeah, what's hacking?
When someone who's not supposed to be looking at
Right,
it.
doesn't have the rules, starts to look at information and starts taking that information, right? And using that information, right? And as soon as you get into the network of the University of Miami, it tells you right away what? That you're coming onto the University of Miami network and they have the right to view what you're doing on the network. They don't have the right to broadcast that, right? They don't have the right to, tell the world about it, but it's their property, they have the right. So legitimately, that role is what I want to teach in this class, Jacqueline, is those roles. Those roles can be abused, right? Those roles are sacred. Those roles need to be secured. So we're going to do this. So this, where you're a student, the regular section, let me go to it. This regular section here, right? Your role then, Jacqueline, is what? Student, right? And you see down here in users and groups, Jacqueline?
Yeah.
You see users?
Yep.
You have the same thing. You have, that's right. And look at the students. What are the roles of all these students? The role says what? Student. And if I say show all, right? All of a sudden it says course builders, no grades. That says what? Ripley, right? She's a TA. And look at it, it says no grades. So what does that mean, David, no grades? Raymond, what does that mean, no grades? It says course builder, no grades.
We haven't had any grades yet.
Okay. John, what does it mean, course builder, no grades?
I would have
For
said
the role. What?
I said I would have said the same thing.
Okay. Roxanne, what do you think? Ripley is one of our TAs. Her role in this course says course builder, no grade.
They're like helping with the course so they don't get grades.
They don't get grades. And what else? Remember we talked about roles. What else do you think it could be then? Think outside. John, did you say something?
They can't see grades.
They can't, basically, they can't give grades. They can't change grades. You got it? And then if we look at the rest of them, right here, it says no grades, right, that they have. And if we go down and show all, so does it look like in this case, there's some course builders and there's Rushanek that's instructor. So what role then, Charlotte, do you think instructor would have?
Allowed to grade?
Pardon?
They would grade?
Yes, that's me, right? I would have full rights, right? I can change anything. Can I upload? I can download, I can delete. That's roles. So what I want to do is I want to teach you that in information system, I want to give you the role, full roles. Do I want to give you the role in this section then? Shannon, do I want to give you and everybody to be instructors in this section?
No.
Of course not. You would maybe like it, right? Then you could give yourself, Shannon, any grade you would want, right? But in this case, no, and it's not appropriate. Just like in the payroll system. I think I deserve 10 times more than they're paying me, right? Do they let me see my own salary, but they don't let me edit it. I think they should, but they don't. Why? Because it's for the need to know. So it's the same idea. Pardon?
I said that'd be pretty nice if you could add it.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Be nice for all of us, right? So all of us decide what grades we're gonna have, all of us decide what salary we're gonna have, and we're gonna move on. Okay, life doesn't work that way, but that we got to figure out how it does work and how we can make it to the best. So what I want to go back to is I want to show you you are users, and if you have, in this case, this is what you have. This is the section making sure that always for any assignments that we have will always be put in here. Any Zooms you see here, like any normal course, all the assignments, the Wiley Plus, everything, the syllabus, the quizzes, web links, it's sending emails, it's all in this section. So I just want to make sure, and I want to go over that with you, that when you see these, that everybody needs to be. Now, the way Blackboard works is there's something called synchronous updates. So Pietro, if it were synchronous, when someone added my course to 210-K1, if it was synchronous, it would be automatically added to KL1 audit. That means a synchronous update. If I was going to write that up, it would mean synchronous. What does that mean, Pietro? Synchronous updates.
They all go off at once.
Yeah, they basically when you enroll to my BTE210-K1, you're automatically enrolled to BTE-K1 audit. And if someone, Pietro, if someone then decided to leave the class and not be a student anymore, they wanted to drop the class, if it were a synchronous drop, it would mean what? Pietro?
You get dropped out of both.
You get dropped out of both. Right. How do you think it really does work in our situation? You think it's synchronous or what we call asynchronous?
Asynchronous.
Right, and that means what?
You have to add them to both the audit and the regular class.
Well, I think what it means for our sake in this case, when you drop a class, you should be dropped from the regular class, but you're not dropped from the audit class. Because what the university thinks, this audit class is something that I just created, that I asked Blackboard, create me another section, a blank section with all my students, and they manually had to take all my students and bring them into the audit section. They manually had to do what? Upgrade their roles from student to what, Pietro?
To TA.
To TA. And next, if you get someone, Pietro, that's new to your class, like you have Anthony, that became to your class, if I look into groups, right? Where would you go to? And you were in a group here. You see that I have here the groups, right? At this point, I have 11 students in 11 groups. And then I say, oh, you know what? I only have in group 7, they only have 3, right? So we want to make it so the next person that needs to upgrade, we may put them in group 7. How will we go about doing that? Paige, are you here?
You mean Pietro?
Pietro.
They would have to go, or they would have to be added.
We go to users, right? And where would we go to find users to enroll? You see up here? And then you see right here, we would then browse and we would search a name like email or whatever contains, and then we would basically enroll them. Could you do that?
Yes.
Could you do that? Sorry about that. Could you do that?
Yes.
Why?
We have all the tools that DAs have.
You have all the requirements. Basically, you've been promoted that you're able to do that. Does that make sense? So, so in this case, that makes sense to you, then, Cooper?
Yes.
Okay. So in this case, then let's go back to our regular audit section. And what group are you in, Cooper?
Group 8.
Great. And how's that group working out?
It's working good.
Okay, that's a good. You're in group 8.
Professor, I think you're in the wrong audit section. I think you're in KL2 as
Okay,
opposed to
good.
KL1.
Thank you. Brilliant. Extra credit. She doesn't even need it, right? Okay, good. Thank you. You need to correct me. Anybody that corrects me gets extra credit. And Ripley's already been in my class, so I don't know. Maybe we'll use that extra credit for the next time you take my class, Ripley. Okay, save it. Okay, good. So it's a good portion. So I have KL1 and KL, good. Thank you for keeping it straight to me. So let's go back to KL1. We're in KL1. And let's talk about how we're going to do every week. Every week we have the Zoom meeting, of course. We have what's due. I take attendance. And let's see how attendance works. I'm going to go to attendance. I load the course enrollments, and it's quickly tools. I'm going to check in, and here I can have it by each person here, where I have Sydney and so forth. Pietro, I see your name and number 3 there. And then I can go check in. I can start check in. And then there's a number 1773. And then you can click on attendance. Let's do that now. Click on the attendance and we'll take the attendance. We'll take attendance every class. And attendance is part of your grade plus your participation is part of the grade. I call on people. If there's one day that you're really having a bad day and don't want to be called on, you can send me an email beforehand and let me know that you don't want to be called on that one day. You get one day out of the semester. That's a bad day. There'll be other days, so I suggest maybe don't take today, but you will be able to do that. You see check-in period at 1773. I can see my attendance record. And I can see that people have checked in. Cindy's checked in already, and Julie, and Pace, and Charles, right? And Jonathan. And John, you got everything, and John Colt, I heard that everything worked out okay with Wiley?
Yeah, I'm all set now.
Okay,
I'm all
great.
set now.
I'm glad to hear that, okay? So we got that part set. And then you have that attendance. So you have that time to do the attendance. It's going to close, they say, in 15 seconds, or we can just end the checkout. If there's problems with the attendance, we deal with that at the end of the class. I stay till whenever you need me, and we stay till the end of the class. We basically can think about it as office hours. As soon as I end the sessions, I'll be available in Zoom for it. Okay? And you'll remind me to take, if I haven't taken attendance by the end of the class, you'll remind me to, somebody can put in the chat and let me know that I need to take attendance. So attendance is done every time. You have the course syllabus. Those of you that haven't seen it can see it. And the key here is people were having the issues with Wiley Plus. So let me go into Wiley Plus. And Jonathan, you got it running. What was the issue, Jonathan, with yours?
Safari wasn't really working good on it, so I switched to
Perfect.
Google
So
Chrome.
what would be great, Jonathan, is to be able to have a section, maybe we can think about it, and our TAs can think about it, maybe in the audit area, have a section where we have issues and people can jot down once one person finds out about it, right? Or just send an email to everybody, Jonathan, hey, I figured it out. You know, Chrome is, we need to use Chrome or Firefox. Safari isn't working, you know? So those are issues that we need to do. So every week, I will have you need to do Wiley Plus. What is Wiley Plus? Wiley Plus is combining the textbook with additional, what they call adaptive testing. And let me show you what they do. They have something called Wiley Plus, and even if the Wiley Plus adaptive, remember the adaptive practice? If I search, you remember Jonathan, were you there last time with me, last week?
Unfortunately not, I missed the class.
Okay, so one of the things.
I messed up the days, I thought it was on
Okay,
Tuesday.
it happens. Hopefully we're not gonna mess up anymore, right? So we're on a good roll already. So that happens the first week, and it's hard, especially when some things are in Zoom, some things are on Blackboard, and it's hard, it's easy to mess up. But we only want to try to minimize those mess ups, right? And then do different mess ups and learn from our mistakes. But what we learned in class was, in this case, Gustavo, were you in class last week?
Yeah, I was, but I
Okay.
had like a schedule conflict as well, so yeah.
You were not in class, or you were in class?
No, I was, but I thought I had a class right after, so I had to like go to that one, so like kind of like scheduled.
But you don't have do you have a class now afterwards?
No, not anymore, I already figured it out.
Okay, so let's make sure. Okay, Robert, were you in class last week? Is Robert there? You want to respond? Robert looked like he's walking around. Okay. One of the things here is if I call on you and you don't answer, I'm going to the next. Not good when you're kind of roaming around. Okay. So in this case, what did we say? In this case, Jillian, what did we say last week? If you didn't know an answer, what should you do, Jillian?
You said to look it
I
up.
don't know. What?
You said look it up on Google.
Look it up on Google, and I'm already talking about it. And now we talk about Wiley Plus. Very good, Jillian. When we talk about Wiley Plus adaptive practice, and you can look it up, the Wiley, getting to the heart of learning proficiency scores and adaptive practice. What they're trying to do with Wiley Plus is a way to help students better prepare for quizzes and exams. And what they're able to do is give easy to use analytics to help you, which is, I guess, the instructor, and your students to see where they excel and where they need help. And Orion is the company that developed Wiley Plus, tracks both student performance and proficiency. And the difference is, the difference here is that Orion, if we need to know, you'll get a student performance and proficiency. What's the difference? Performance represents the number of correct answers out of the number of attempted questions. And proficiency measures the likelihood that a student will correctly answer a question of average difficulty for a given topic. Performance is based on correct versus incorrect answers, while proficiency takes learning potential into consideration. So for each of your sections there, you need to go to, for every week, you need to go to Wiley Plus and then the chapter for the week. For this week, it was Introduction to Information Systems. And when you go through this, this is in each section. Why should I study information systems? What you should do is go through all the sections and then go through at the end, the adaptive practice. Everybody understand what I said? So when I go, why should I study information systems? Let me give you an example. They give you a learning hub, right? This is the textbook. So it links you to the textbook. And it'll give you the text of why should I study information systems? What's the figure? And it will tell you these are the, what's digital transformation? So you can see here among these, it'll give me that chapter. It will give me why should I study digital transformation. They tell me it's a business strategy that levers IT. They will tell me that information technologies that drive digital transformation include the following: big data, which we will cover, business analytics, social computing, mobile computing, Internet of Things, agile systems. Agile systems means that we're going to change as we learn. We're going to change as the environment grows. Cloud computing we talked about, and artificial intelligence, basically the topics we were talking about. So you go through that chapter, right? And what I want you to do is figure out what you don't understand. I'm not going to, I want to emphasize in class things that we don't know, not things that we can read on our own. But we talk about things like we have the data. We know we have a lot of data, for instance, stock information, stock data. That data becomes more refined with information and then knowledge. And then we talk about computer-based information systems of hardware, software that we talk about. So once you go through that work, in each subject area of the book, you have resources, and they tell you some resources, video lessons. I don't care if you do the video lessons and you listen to video lessons, that's up to you. But what I do think you need to do is in this learning hub, you need to do the practice, where you get these practice questions that will help you for the exam. So for instance, which of the following is an IT job within an organization? So Jillian, you're on a roll. You think a program manager is a IT job? Jillian?
No.
Okay, a systems analyst?
Yes.
Okay. So is that your answer? If I submit the answer and it says your answer is incorrect, okay? And then what else? So in this case, if you need some help, who else is in your group, Jillian?
I don't know.
Well, how can you find out?
Give me one.
Give me 1 second, right? So basically in this case, right, Jillian, that you can figure it out. So in this case, do you think then, in this case, John, a network manager is an IT job? IT job within an organization?
I would say so.
Okay, and do you think a CIO? What's a CIO? Do you have any idea what a CIO is?
Officer,
A chief what?
information officer.
Right, so these two are already a system analyst, Julian said. So a program manager is what? He's in charge, basically, managing a program.
No, all of them.
So all of these, let's try it anyway, doesn't matter. And the beauty is, Jillian, you can do as many times as you want. So what I would do is basically, you know, I go through those practice questions of each section. After I went through all those practice sessions, global outsourcing helps an organization to, in this case, find the best person. You're on a roll, John. Find more economical resources. Do you think so? For outsourcing, global outsourcing, implement spatial and temporal flexibility. What do you think, John?
All of these.
All of these, let's try it, submit, and where answer is correct. And then we go to next. We have the third one, Gabriella, this is for you. Managing information systems in a modern organization is challenging because, in this case, the systems are very expensive to acquire, operate, and maintain. The systems are critical, the system easily replaced. And then they say both of the following are correct. They're expensive and they're critical, or they're expensive and they're easily replaced for managing information systems in an entire organization. Got any guesses? Let's do it quick. What do you think, Gabriella? I'll answer for her, both. I'm submitting, and then we're correct. And then when we go back, right? If I go, I didn't want to go all the way back, right? It's telling me we go back, but then you want to do it for every section. And at the end, what do I want to do when I'm at Wiley Plus? Everybody understand that? So in Wiley Plus, I enter Wiley Plus, I go into that chapter I need to do it. I read the text, I go into each of these sections, and then I go to the adaptive practice. Pay attention here. I want you to go to adaptive practice. And in my adaptive practice, I get reports. This is my end, not your end. I can view it as a student, right? Where I can begin. This is view it as a student, where I can begin and maintain it, right? That it goes to it. Or notice here, they allow me to view it as an instructor. I just want to show you what I have. When I view it in adaptive practice, I get what they call a dashboard. You see this dashboard? I get a dashboard that tells me how many students, how many times they visited. Notice I get a chart of how many times were spent. I get the overall view as an instructor, as my role, how many questions were attempted, what was the hours, how many hours they spent. And then I have class reports. I get four class reports. One is I get a performance report, giving me, Rena, I saw you. Is it Rena or Rena?
It's Rena.
Rena, you got on the top, okay, Rena, for this time. And it shows that for proficiency, you have, and see how they have a question mark, proficiency estimated by taking into account a number of factors, and they're trying to be intelligent. This program, such as answers to the questions, the confidence in time. At first, the proficiency bars will appear faded, kind of like yellow, because adaptive practice, you're trying to look at your needs, Rana, and see it needs more data. You remember how we talked about data analytics, and as you answer more questions, they get to know you better. It's almost the proficiency bars become brighter. And it says in proficiency, you got 95%. And then they go, Zoe, are you here today? Yes, no? Zoe was the second, and then they say Pace here, and then Mason. Mason, I saw you before, okay? So here we know that Mason and then Cooper. So I get this, and I want to show you what else I get. If I go back, I get this performance report, and then this says export the data to CSV. Raina, did you see that? It says export data to CSV. And what do you think that stands for? And you say, I have no idea, right, Raina? And what would you probably want to do? And everybody else, and Raymond, right? And everybody else that wanted to do that, what would you want to do? CSV, and in this case, what would we want to do, Andrew James, what would we want to do? CSV. Noah, did you see CSV right here? Export data to CSV.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, good. Raina, did you look it up?
Comma separated value.
Comma separated value. Now we got to figure out what the heck that means. Comma, and who cares? I'm going to always ask, I'm always wanting to know in information systems two things. What does it stand for? What does it mean? And then even going to be a third one, who cares? So comma separated values. And basically that means what? You got any idea? No.
It allows data to be stored in a table structured format.
It basically means this. When I have one program and I want to take data and bring it into another program, let's say into Excel. You're familiar with Excel, Noah?
I am.
Good. So you want to do some analytics. We want to do some forecasting. We want to do basically see how well you've done. What do we want to do? We want to get in a format that another program can read. So you always want to say export to CSV, so it'll make it into columns and it'll be separated. Each item, each data element will be separated by a value. The value could be a space, it could be a tab, it could be a comma, some way to know that this goes in A column, the next one's going to go B column, C column. You got it? So that's all CSV is. So, but why do you need to know that, Noah? What's your major?
My major is finance and marketing.
Finance and marketing. So when you have a marketing campaign, right, you need to analyze that data when you're going to be doing anything in finance. You think you're ever going to bring it into Excel and then into another analytics program? Of course you will. And when you do, what would you want to tell your programmers or your data scientists? No, is to what? Make sure that it's in what format?
CSV.
CSV. That's it. Not CBS, but CSV. If we have any little dyslexic, a little bit difficult. But that's the whole key. And that's what I want you to understand is basically what you want to do. And it may be they're asking you for another format. And now you'll come back to them and say, hey, is CSV good enough for you guys to read it in? They may say, no, we need to have it in another type of format. Every data in order for one program to read another program. That's all. And so, we'll be able to do that. So this is what I'll do. I want to show you what my end I see, so you'll have an idea what's happening in this class. Plus, when I show it to you, I want to be able to exactly tell you then what I see as the role of the instructor and why you need to do it and how I'm going to evaluate it. Then I get something called a metacognitive report. That sounds kind of sexy. And then in this case, this report, you can think about it, this right now, you're on a roll, Noah. This right now is called a quadrant. So the upper right, this quadrant means what? if I look at
They're your
Raina,
highest performers with the most confident and the most
right.
proficient.
So Raina here, right, was up here and she was she was on the most proficient, and she had a good confidence level with that chapter, and she had 95%. And then underneath her, for instance, is Jonathan Colt. He was also in that quarter. And those that are not, doesn't mean that they can't improve. The beauty here, it's not a one-stop shop. It's not like right here, I'm grading you. What I do expect you to do, you have done that for the week. Where you end up is up to you, and you can improve. So somebody that is least confident, they can go to a higher one later, or they can take it as many times as they want. This mainly is for you to make sure that you understand the material and that you practice for the exam. Everybody clear on that for me? So I want everybody to do that. I want you to do the best that you can, but even if you're not, in this case, you're not in this top quadrant, it's not so serious. It means that you need to take more time, and everybody learns on their own pace. And that's why I'm working on it. The main thing is everybody will finally understand it. You with me on that case, Noah? Does that make sense? And we can see how this is basically, we can think about it. This is using data, and they're trying to be somewhat intelligent. Is it really correct? I'm not so sure about this confidence level, what that really means, you know, in that case here. But look at this. The Metacognitive Report compares student proficiency to their level of confidence and his awareness and understanding of one's thought and process. And then I can hover over and I can look at the table to see the students' results by chapter. And then what they're telling me is those students that are having more difficulty, maybe our TAs should go to them, or maybe other group members could say, hey, what were the issues? Did you have problems? No, I just had a bad day. You know, my roommate got COVID. I have to be quarantined, or whatever it is. You know, we're all having issues, but the idea is that we're able to see. Okay, and then we can see then that chapter, and if I go to any of these chapters here at the end, 1.5, I want to make sure that everybody understands this. You see, you have the Learning Hub, what I talked about. Then you have something called resources, where they give you kind of some resources to look at. But what else is important? You see this area called Explore. Put this in your notes. In each section of Wiley, you will have a section called Explore. In those sections, you will have something called, in the chapters, you'll see you'll have something called flashcards. You'll have, click on this flashcards. You can go in there yourself. And what I like is the chapter, and then I like quiz. And here you have how many quiz questions, Marley?
Looks like 27.
Looks like 27 questions that you can do on your own.
Very cool.
So basically, it's kind of like all hidden. It's kind of hard to roam around there. But just put in your note here, for each of these, you can go to that interactive and go to flashcards. And you really don't want a flashcard. You want to go quiz. This way, it's nice you can do it now. But what else, Marley? Right before the exam, when you say, how should I study? These are a great way to review for studies. I want you to do well, Marley. Well, you know what I mean? That's my goal. I don't want to trick you. I don't want to do this, but I expect, Marley, that you do your best too, and we can help each other. And basically, we can do interesting projects. In this part, the study of the exams and going over quizzes, you can do better than me. You don't need to wait. I don't need to waste my time and your time doing that, do I? You can do that. But what I want you, Marley, say, you know, Dr. Rush, after I read all of these are some questions I'd like you to go over with. And I'll spend some time with you also thinking, hey, this is going to be really important in the chapter. I'm spending more time today on this. I'm not going to do this again, but just for you to understand, people were confused. How much am I supposed to do? And, you know, it's so confusing. But once we get Wiley registered completely, we shouldn't have any issues. Is that okay? Marley, what's your major?
I'm undecided, so.
Okay, so maybe you'll decide, you'll find some passions to figure out, you know that technology, whatever you're gonna do is gonna be important.
Yeah.
You can't, there's not gonna be a way in which you're not gonna use that. So hopefully we can make that as useful as possible for you. You got it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now once we have that, we can go back. Just so we know what's going to be done is, we know we have to do Wiley Plus. Under course documents, Marley, you'll have PowerPoints from each chapter as well. So I put a note there under that course documents, that's where you have the PowerPoints. So you have the PowerPoints for each of these chapters as well. And you can download those and you can see that you'll be able to see all of these PowerPoints that's available to you. And then you'll have quizzes and assignments, Marley. And under quizzes and assignments, you had 2 assignments today. You had the Zoom exercise PowerPoint and you had the objective. Did you do that, Marley?
I did.
Okay, and how'd your group work out?
Our group was excellent, probably the best I've
Okay.
ever seen.
Okay, so hopefully it'll stay that way, okay, Marley? All right,
Yes.
right, and then you have chapter 1, right? How many, in chapter 1, this was due today in the quiz, chapter 1. Every time you'll then go to quizzes and assignments and see what's the next thing that's available. We're gonna have a screencast exercise that I'll do at the end of the class, Marley. And I'll just, for right now, I'm not gonna make that available. When I'm ready to start that, I'll make that available. And then we'll have also TG1. For next week, we're gonna have screencast exercise. Let me just make it available now. Anyways, I'll make it available so you can see it. We'll have screencast exercise, and then we'll also have quiz TG1, Marley, and TG stands for Tech Guide 1. So it's in another section. You can also find it in Wiley, right? Wiley Plus, and I'm going to edit the test options. And Marley, what I'm going to be asking when we're going to do anything in technology is we always want to check and recheck. And that's why it's so great to be collaborative. It's so awesome that we can have others to help us as we go along with it. And I want you to help me too when I have skipped something to make sure that it's not a problem. We know that quiz TG1 is Tech Guide 1. And it is going to cover hardware. We're going to open up the test. I'm going to show the test description to the students before they begin the test. I'm going to open up it in a new window. Should I make it available to students? Yes or no, Marley?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Of course, and we'll make it as an announcement as well, right? And should we keep it at the first one? I'm having these quizzes be open book, open time. You on your own can find the solution. When we actually do our tests online, since we're not in person, all of us, we're going to be having to do it online. We're only going to have one attempt. But right now, I just want you to understand the concepts. So I think we should keep it at 2 attempts. Or do you want to keep it at 1, Marley?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. We'll keep it at 2 when the last grade attempted. We won't set a timer, and we won't put a password. We're going to make it open. The due date. We need to make the due date then next week. And we'll make it then, if today is, I'm in January, isn't that? What a fool. Okay, it's the first today, it's already February 8th. I can't believe it, right? And we'll make it that it'll be due then at 7:30 p.m. Though it's a good idea that people do not wait till 7:30 because you know what happens. And in this case, we'll include it in the grade center, and we'll show the incorrect answers, and I will show it all at once, and I'll submit. And what would your role then, Marley, be? To check to see it if you see it on your side. And do you see it?
Oh, okay. Let me check right now.
Right, and that's what you need to do, because if somehow I thought I checked it and it didn't check, then next week you wouldn't be able to do it. So everybody clear? Wiley Plus every week. Under course documents, you get your PowerPoints too. Quizzes and assignments you need to look at. Questions up to now? Next. Web links. Sasoli, how are you? Okay?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pronounced Sule, but
Sule. Oh, that's a nice name. Sule. Good. I like it.
Oh, I'm doing well though.
Okay, good. Now on web links, you see this on web links? I have then the Rayner textbook. I have how to join Zoom. I have the tech support if you have problems with Wiley, or if you have problems with your hardware. There's a number you can call, you can send them email, and hopefully they can help you. I give you the professional version of Zoom. Did you use it last week, Soleil?
No, we didn't. I don't think we used the professional version of Zoom.
Okay, why not?
We did not know that that was available.
Okay, so we need to use the professional version of Zoom. So that exercise you need to improve now by using the professional version of Zoom.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that either.
Okay, that's wonderful. In the way that now we're going to learn it. Okay, so we need to realize here that Zoom has a professional version. So which version of Zoom did you use? So
we went to, I just looked up Zoom through UMiami, and then we made a Zoom through that.
Yeah, that's what I
So you went to zoom.miami.edu? Well, we don't know where we looked at, right? So zoom.miami.
Yeah, that was one.
That is the professional version.
Oh, so I think I used it then.
Do you record to the cloud?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you've recorded to the cloud, so it's good to know this is the professional version. It's paid, meaning that who pays for it? You pay for it. You pay the University of Miami pays for it. There's a paid version and there's a free version of Zoom. Are you familiar with that, Soleil?
Sule, and yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Okay, what's the difference between the free and the paid?
I'm pretty sure with the paid version, you can have a lot more participants and you don't have a time limit.
You don't have a time limit? What else? And what else? Who else can help them? What can you do in the paid version that you can't do in the free version?
You can have longer meetings, like go over 45 minutes.
But you can unlimited. That's good.
You
What
can
else?
have up to like 300 participants.
Good. 300 participants. What else? Sarah, what else?
Breakout room.
What, Victoria?
You can have breakout.
Yeah, you can have breakout rooms. And what else? What's the, what about recordings? Sarah, what about,
record
you can record where?
to the cloud?
And where else?
And to your device that you use.
Right. So basically you can record recordings locally and to the cloud. So I have another Riley. Riley. Hi. So what's the difference between recording locally and recording to the cloud?
It's how you can view it. So it's local, it's just on your computer. And then when it's on the cloud, it's accessible from other people.
But it's accessible how? What's the main thing? That if I think of it, Rami, what's the main thing on recording to the cloud? How do I get to the cloud?
What's the main thing with recording the cloud, or how do you get to the cloud?
How do you
The
get
main
to
thing
the
was,
How do you
on
get-
Zoom.
Yeah, how do you get to the cloud? Any software that's in the cloud, how do I get to it as an end user?
Online.
Online via what? Via a browser,
Yeah,
right?
through like their
Rami,
website.
right? It's instinctive to us, right, Rami? It's via a browser to the cloud. And what's the advantage in Zoom having a recording in the cloud versus recording it locally?
You get a transcript of
I
like
get a
everybody's saying.
transcript. Beautiful. Did you get a transcript on yours, on your
I
group?
believe we did.
Okay, good. Believing, what we want to do is not just only believe here, right, and be spiritual, but we want to check and recheck, right, Rami?
Of course.
So even if we believe, right, we want to actually check to see if we actually did do got a transcript. So that's the main thing that you need to know. And locally, when in the world would you want to do local? Is there
Are
a
you
time
still
you
asking
would?
me?
Yeah, Rami, you're on a roll.
It depends. Like I'd want to save on local, just for any kind of data, is if I want a hard copy, like if I'm traveling with a hard drive, or if
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to access the internet.
Yeah. So there are a lot of times you want to do that, and also you can even that way you could even upload it to another cloud that you have. Right? You don't have to store it on Zoom's cloud. You could have it in your other. You could have it on Google Drive or on your Microsoft OneDrive that the university provides for you as well. So you want to take advantage of those as well. Okay, good. So we have this. The other one that I want you to do for next week, and those of you, Riley, maybe my TA Riley here, you can jot that down. And my other TAs is I want everybody to do a subscription for New York Times and Wall Street Journal. And how much is the subscription going to be? It's free with your Kane ID. So everyone, what I'd like you to do is subscribe to NYT, which is the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. It's free. And here is the submission. We want to make sure that it works here, and you can see that you can have here. If you want to, you can do the Financial Times. I'm just requiring the New York Times and Wall Street Journal. Sign in with your Kane ID and you get it. Plus other people take advantage of what we get from UM. That's what I say. And why do I want that? Why do you think, Rami, I would even want you to do that?
Just to stay up to date.
In what? Especially to stay up to date in what?
In the business world.
Business world, and especially where? With tech. And how do I want you to look at it? Every week, also what I'd like you to go and give an example. You can go to either one. I'll try the Wall Street Journal today. I go to the Wall Street Journal today, and what do you think is the biggest thing? Right? Romney is what?
What's going on with the stock market right now with the short sellers and GameStop and AMC?
Crazy. Well, what is your major, Romney?
I'm business law.
Okay, so you can think about, can you imagine those lawyers are having a heck of a time there, right? Thinking about all these lawsuits that have been coming up, right? So the Robin Hood, right, is basically having some time. Silver now is climbing to an 8-year high. And what do you think GameStop is doing? It's going crazy, right? And heard on the street, there's another symptom of market awareness, right? Facebook, look, to counter Apple privacy update, this is great for lawyers. The social media company plans to show users a screen describing the handling of their data to personal ads, right? I don't need to worry about the politics here. So where do I go? I look at this portion, and then I go to tech. And I like to see in tech what's happening in tech. And look at this then, Gabriella. You see this? It says, when I go to tech, it's talking about Facebook with the Apple privacy. But then what else do I have? Ford to use Google's Android in most cars. The automaker plans to introduce the operating system in all of its models outside of China by 2023. Amazing. So basically we talk about autonomous cars, and then we're going to talk about operating systems. Basically I have basically it's going to be running here in all my cars. And then what else is going to be of interest? You can see here, they just have some things about, just wait. So one of the interesting things here, I want you to be up to date here and even pick an article, and later on I'll have groups kind of present what they find is most interesting, what's happening with, and you'll see here, I'm sure with, even in the business world here, now there's going to be a lot of technology here with COVID as well. So you'll see here in this, and then if I go to the New York Times, what's happening today in New York Times, it's basically besides Trump and Biden is I like to go right here. Do I have, in this case, I have tech too. And see, does the New York Times give me any interesting tech items? So here's a way to learn a facial recognition used for photos. An online tool targets only a small slice of what's out there, but may open some eyes on how widely artificial intelligence research fed on personal images. All this data that we're so excited about, it's getting basically all our privacy people are freaking out about. And there's basically the Silicon Valley startups and anything, and here's some personal technology. Okay, that's that part that I need you to do. Okay, questions about how I want you to proceed. So then we can we can look at it in this case that it's the Wiley Plus and the quizzes and assignments that we'll do next week. So let's do this. Let's go to the others, and then we have something here called quizzes and assignments. And if you look at quizzes and assignment, our next assignment is what they call screencasting exercise, which we'll do. And we'll, let me just download this PowerPoint. Okay. So let's go to our next part. And you can do it with me. I want to go to the audit area. I'm going to the audit area, which gives you the teaching assistant rights, full rights. And you'll see in the audit area, I made a little bit change, and then later on we can figure it out if you'd like better pictures here. I'll show you how to do it. Those of you that are into better pictures, I made 2 separate pictures here so you know whether you're in the audit area or not. So you'll see right here. And then I'm gonna go to groups. And then I have, let me go over what I want for groups. The groups need to be set up with, everybody has to have, and I think just 1 line is good enough. This way it's a bit shorter. You have your name, your email, your phone, so other people can get in touch with you. Here's my group of teaching assistants here. Many of you reached out to them. I just wanted Raphael, you here? If you could basically introduce yourself to the class. You have your information and you want to say hello to everybody?
Yeah, hello. My name is Raphael. I'm a marketing major. I took this class last semester, and so I'm helping out. I'm a TA. So if you have any questions, reach out. My email, my phone number there. If you have a question, literally like 3 a.m., I will answer. So just shoot me a text.
Oh, wow. You're really? I don't want you to go overboard. And all my TAs, what I'm just going to tell you, and I've told you before, and I'll say it out loud into this class, your classes take first priority. So I don't need you to lose sleep, you know what I mean? And not do as well because you're helping out at 3 a.m. So I would restrict those, hours on which you would respond. And then they'll figure out ways, and you guys can figure out ways to help them, but also help each other. So we got that. So we got my group 0. And if you looked on my group 0, I want to have 2 folders right now that we'll have. We'll have our Zoom collaboration folder that you did your Zoom assignment with. That should be in a folder by itself. And there'll be a second folder called screencast exercise. That will be a second folder. So you'll have both of those in your Zoom folder. So you'll be able to see that. If you looked at your Zoom, you'll be able to see that. Let me make it a little bit wider.
Exercise due for the next class?
Yes, and I'll go over what the exercise is. So, but I just want to make sure. So if I go to the groups, and I'll go over what the exercise is. If I go over the groups, then is if I see here, one of the things I want to do, and this is you'll need to put differently. For instance, group 1, I have Braden, Roxy, CJ, and Sophia. And by the way, I think February 8th is the last time to drop this class. So if you're thinking about that, you need to make sure you do that. And in group 1, they need to have then their Zoom collaboration. And then they have in their Zoom collaboration, I have a link here. If a link here, let me just go back. And in this case here, I would suggest then, even within the Zoom collaboration, within this, then put in that, that link where you have it. And then this is, if I look at it, what is this? What am I looking at here? The computer files. So this is the MP4, right, of my Zoom. And then they have my playback and my audit with them. So let me just see if I can open this in a new window and see what happens. Now, I guess it's CJ. Is CJ here?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the issue here?
I guess if
I need to play it, I have to access the recording. You know the
Let me check
passcode?
and let me check and see. I don't remember
Okay.
setting one.
Just stop here for a second, CJ. That's
All right.
the issue here. I want everybody to be able to see it. Is this something personal that we don't want to share?
I mean, that was just a computer files.
I
have
know.
a file on it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We're rehearsing this, CJ.
Oh.
So what I want to do is, this isn't. So what I want to be able to do is, I don't want, and put this in your notes, I don't want to have any of the Zoom meetings that you record, because we're doing this recording so you can do this for other assignments. I don't want this to be passcode protected.
Right.
So put that in your notes. You don't want any of your Zoom recordings that you do through the professional miami.zoom.edu to have passcodes. Everybody understand? So one of the things about agile development, just like anything else we're doing in this class, is once it's not perfect, then we go back and make adjustments. Also, our end users may change the requirements, right? Everything just doesn't say, and sometimes you don't know what you want to do until you see it. So all Zoom recordings need to be passcode unprotected. And I don't need this, then this should be put into the Zoom collaboration. If I go into group 2, right, I have a video conferencing, they're telling me, and then here they give me the passcode. So the same idea. So it looks like by default, Emily, are you here? Astro? Is Emily here? Not here today?
No, I'm here. Sorry, I'm just having audio problems, but
I know I have a lot of problems too.
yeah, my Wi-Fi was down earlier. It's just been kind of
I
hectic.
know, it's just happened. That's the beauty. That's why we
Yeah.
have. So Emily, here I have a passcode. You think that's the default for Zoom? Yeah, that's the default for Zoom, of course. That's the default. So we got to figure out how to do it. And we need to put, if I'm going to go into the group 2, you guys can do that now while I'm talking to you. And what is this? This just has your name.
This was an accident that we were working.
Okay.
So we went through.
Okay, so the accidents then can be corrected.
Yeah,
and
so we corrected it afterwards.
Well, it's not now. I'm in it right now, so it's not after. Oh, when I'm here,
it's like posted like with everyone else.
And you know, you can delete it. Just like if I go here, I can edit it, right? And I can delete it. Or you see here, delete. You can do that. So while I'm speaking, guys, you can correct it. So what do I want from each of your groups here is I want then the idea is that you need to have a Zoom subdirectory and this is good, Emily. This information is good. And within this part, you did the recording. That should be within your Zoom folder. And then if you go down, I don't need to go down. Everybody can understand that. This is great that each of you have it separately, right? Here we have Zoom 0 MP4. Victoria has it, but let's put it in these Zoom recordings. What's in here? So what's the difference here? I got Zoom recordings here and I have them here. So let's just arrange it so we can make it that we have some order here. So that's what I also want you to do. You can even do it while I'm speaking here, is put some orders. I don't need to have so many spaces here for group 4, right? Right, and it's the same here. I don't need to look at it. We have some add Zoom link here. I don't know, Sole. I don't know what's happening here. We're gonna fix this, okay? So I have all my groups here. I'm just taking an example. Everybody sees my critique I don't have to go down to. So if I go to group 10, I have Zoom collaboration, my group 10, and then very good. Then I have Jonathan's in here, and then he put in the passcode. If I go to Sarah's, we have the problem of the 513, we have the problem with the passcode. So the question is, you guys now have to figure out what then, Jonathan?
Sorry, what?
What do you have to figure out now? What's the problem with your group? What do I not want to have?
I can't really think of it.
All right. Okay, Sophia, what's the problem with Jonathan's Zoom recording? Sophia.
There's like each person has one.
No,
so
that's good. That's all right. But what's the problem, Mason? What do I want to eliminate?
The passcode.
The passcode, because it's a pain, right, for the passcode. So we got to figure out basically what? How do I record, each person record without using a passcode? Now, can I record everything? Are there times when I don't want to use Zoom? Can I record on top of Zoom? Zoom can do a recording, I can do another recording. Or somebody else is doing the recording and I want to record, or I want to record another application. That is called screencasting. And if I go to my links, and let me just even show you. Let me see here. I'm recording. Let me stop here. Let's see if this is the one. There's a number of recordings here that I can use, that I can record with. And I can record the screen. I can record the audio. Sometimes I can record it locally. And sometimes I can record it to the cloud. What I want you to do from your assignment, let's go back to our regular Blackboard, right? In our regular Blackboard, I gave an assignment and let me find my, let's go to downloads. Is what I want you to do for your assignment for next week, besides getting your Zoom and your group folder in order, I want you to do a screencasting recording. And what do I want? I want each person in your group to choose a unique free screencasting program. And I want each person in your group to make a recording that is under 5 minutes. I don't want to have a long recording. And one of the things they'll do is they'll show everyone, show in the recording how to change the passcode settings to off for Zoom recordings. So in the future, when they make Zoom recordings, I and everyone else doesn't have to search for the passcode. Now, sometimes recordings are going to be important because you think you don't want to share it with everyone. Even my recordings that I'm recording in Zoom every session, I'm making it without a passcode. You don't need to have a passcode. It just creates more hassle for you.
We can use Zoom for this project.
You have to use an additional. You can use your screencasting program can run on top of Zoom. You could even do a Zoom recording plus you do another screencasting program. But you have to choose something different from Zoom. Because we already have Zoom as recording. But with Zoom recordings, I have to set up, number one, I have to be the owner of Zoom. I have to set up a meeting in order to record in Zoom. I want to just record a program. But you have to choose another program. And I'll give you examples of some of those programs that you can use. Excellent question. And then in your recording, I want you to demonstrate how to use this new screencasting program and discuss the pros and cons like you're doing a review. And then your recording, however you get your recording, I want you to upload it to your group's screencasting folder. And I want you to upload that screencasting program as an item in Blackboard. That item should include your full name, the name of the program, plus where to get the program, what operating system can this program run on? For instance, does it run on Mac? Does it run on Windows? It runs on both. Does the recorded file save locally or in the cloud or both? What maximum length of recording does it do? And sometimes I want you to do a free version because I don't want you to pay for this when you're discussing this. But I want you, if they have a free and a paid version, what's the difference? Sometimes it's time. Sometimes on the free version, they give you a watermark. Sometimes they only allow it to be in the cloud, not locally, and give the overall pros and cons. Short. But in your, basically you'll discuss this in your recording as well. Now, what types of programs can you use? If we can think about it, I'm sharing my screen. There's one that you may want to look at. It's called Loom. And in my, let's see if you see this, guys? It says Loom. It has video and it also has screenshot. You tell it where your screen and your camera is, whether you want to do full, and you start recording. So I can start the recording. I have a little button here on the side here where I tell it to stop recording. It's recording. You can see it has my little face here. If I want to do it, I can change it. I can go to my settings and I do my preferences and things like that. But if I wanted to show somebody the link, I could do this. It says to stop. I can do this. Now I can go to Blackboard. I can go to my original section. And in my original section, I can go to BTE210-KL1. I'm going to go to my web links. Everybody see that? I go to web links and I have a link right after NYT and Wall Street Journal subscription. I have comparison of screencasting software. And here's an example, a comparison of screencasting software used to record activities on the computer screen. The software is commonly used for desktop recording, game playing, recording video. Screencasting is typically limited to streaming, recording desktop activity alone, and has a common to switch. Here's some examples of it. What I suggest you also do is what? Check out Google and search for free screencasting software. And you can see number of it. My only stop here, and then if I wanted to, I could stop. or I can do Control, in this case, Shift L, and I could, got it, I could stop my program. And then I could see later on, you can see later on, I could set that up and I could play it back.
So to submit this, we can like record it using Zoom and talk about the other screen sharing app on Zoom and submit it on Zoom.
What I want you to do is I want you to be able to use that. If you want to, you can record, you can have Zoom, and then you want to be able to run your screencasting program. You can run it on top of it. I want you to explain your screencasting program. So it's using, you're going to be using your own dog food. So you're going to be explaining how to use Zoom. So for instance, like right here, I could be then using, I could then put in, right now on my screencasting, I could talk about Loom right here. You see how Loom is working right here? Google Chrome, Dr. Rush, and I could, you see here, video preference, I could play it, set that up, and I could play it. And then you can see that I can watch it again. You can set that up, but I want to see a recording. How does it record? And you're going to see here, this doesn't save locally, it has a link. And I would copy this link and put it into my audit area under my screencasting, under my name of copy link, and then put in the adjustments. So you actually want to use the screencasting program. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, so don't, like when we submit it in our group folder, it should be as a Loom link, not,
right.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
But you can even, if you want to, you can even talk about it, also use Loom on top of Zoom. You can make that adjustment. But what I wanted also you to do in your screencasting program is to show how you change the passcode in Zoom to no passcode. So all your recordings, your future recordings will have what? No passcodes. That makes sense? Questions? So, my other Andrew. Are you there? Not Andrew James, my other Andrew.
Me? Hello.
Yeah. Hi. So what's due for next week?
I think just our screen sharing project.
And what else?
Do we have a Y-League Plus thing probably?
Probably.
And a quiz to go with it maybe?
Right.
Okay.
And a quiz to go with it. And what are they, Shannon? Which is the next chapter we're doing? Who can help
It was
us?
like it was named something else.
Yeah, it was named something. Anybody remember what it was named?
PG1.
PG1, right, Tech Guide 1. Okay. And then next week, we'll do another exercise starting with data analytics. Because once we start doing TG1, you can go into, you'll see that we do TG2, which is software, and we'll be dealing with data. So one of the things that I'm going to do is I want to do breakout rooms, and I want to visit all the breakout rooms with my TAs. And one is we need to organize our breakout rooms, make sure that our Zooms are working. And then what I wanted us to do is already during this time to pick a screencasting program. Once we do that, then I want to come back after we spend 30 minutes in about 20 to 25 minutes in our breakout rooms. I want to come back and review what everyone's done. So we won't have to go back each time. Okay, so what I need to do is I have to stop sharing, make this full screen. And then I need to do my breakout rooms. And now I have 11 breakout rooms, right? Is that correct? And let me see, let the participants choose. And what I'd like you to do is choose the group that you need to go to, and then I'll visit the groups. My TA will visit my groups. My TAs will make sure that everybody has the correct structure. We'll talk, you can help them with their screencasting. And I'd like at this time for each person to decide, and you can decide together as a group, which screencasting programs you're gonna use. Later on, you can switch it, but at least choose a one, and each one is gonna be different from the others because you're gonna share with the group which ones you do. So it may be a good way to do it is to do almost like a little Zoom session afterwards of sharing with each of you in the group which screencasting program you used, and your group members to make sure that everything is in proper format. So yes.
Just before you send us to the breakout rooms, can you upgrade me and the TAs to co-host? I think we didn't do that in the beginning.
Okay, so I think, who do I need then? Let me just do this. So I need to, you need to be co-host. Can you make other people co-host? Abner.
I don't think so, but let me see.
Right. Juliana is upgraded already, right? I guess Riley isn't.
No, I cannot make other people co-hosts.
Okay, so who else needs to be upgraded?
Ripley and Kate.
I think just me.
No, I need to be upgraded as well.
Okay.
So many people are upgraded. It's like going to first class. You know, I always like to get into first class. Okay. Where are you, Kate? You here? Somehow I don't see Kate. Where are you, Kate? You see her?
Yeah, Kate's here. I think that she said she needs to be upgraded also.
Okay, I'll upgrade her. Okay, let her stay. Kate, you stay with me for a second, okay? And then we'll.
Wait, my internet just glitched. I do need to be upgraded.
Okay, that's why I couldn't find you. Wow, you're in the.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Intentional.
Yeah.
Okay, like it. Has that disco feel. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That club feel, I think it is. Okay, so let participants choose. God, I haven't gone dancing in so long. Okay, so we got here, we assigned it. So I'm gonna open all the rooms, and you can assign yourself. Did I do this correct? Yes, you can assign yourself. Is that true? Yeah. Okay, Rami. 1 to 5. Okay, so you guys can go into your groups. We'll see how it works out.
Professor, I don't have the option to do that.
Okay.
Neither do I.
Scroll down and then you'll see the rooms. You have to pass everyone's names. Scroll down. Do you see like the rooms, like room 1, room 2?
No.
Oh, you know what they
You don't
need to
see
do? They probably didn't update their client sometimes. Stay with who is not. Can you? Am I the only one to put these people in? Let's see.
Yeah, well, let me click on it either.
Okay. You know what is the problem, Abner?
Yeah, mine just went blank. Before I had the option and now it just
There's nothing to click.
I know, isn't that great? We'll figure it out. Sometimes what it is, you didn't update. If you go to your Zoom client and there's on the side there, it says updates. Sometimes if you haven't updated, because this is the new one. So let's see here. Are all these other people not able to do it?
Yeah, I'm not able to do it.
If you don't have the option to, then you might want to try upgrading your Zoom, and I can walk people through if they.
Once you're in their room, let me just do it real quick. So Emily, are you here? Can't do it? Where's Emily? Emily's gone. Emily, are you here?
I am back. Sorry, I just had to step out for a second.
Okay, so somebody, Avner, you want to go help group 5? Okay, so where are we going? So Emily, join your group. Okay, so
should I leave the meeting and update my Zoom, or should I?
Yeah, well, just go into the room right now. Okay, so let me just see here. Hold on. Braden, what group are you in?
I believe group 1.
Okay, so let me go in group 1. Okay, and then Charlotte, what group are you in?
I'm in group 2.
Okay, I'm gonna put group 2. Okay, and Terry, Terry, what group are you in?
Yeah, group 8.
Okay. And Emily, what group are you in?
I'm in group 2.
And Gabriella?
I have to check. Hold on a second.
All right, good. Gustavo?
I didn't get it. Oh, no, actually, I have to check.
You want to go check? Okay, and Anthony? Anthony?
I'm in group 8.
Okay. So that's another thing, okay? And Logan?
Gabby, Logan, and I are group 10.
Okay, Logan, group 10.
Gabriella.
Mason, what group are you in?
I'm in group 9. Thank you.
And Raphael is not, and Renee?
I'm in group 3.
3. You know, congratulations this week. You were number 1. Did you see that? In the
thank you.
class. So help other students, okay? Especially in group. Okay.
I had 2 in my Zoom, and I don't have a.
Yeah.
My group wasn't in my last class.
Yeah, same. I have the same problem because I don't have.
Okay, Roxana, what group are you in?
1.
And Sarah, what group are you in?
Sarah's in group 10, and so am I.
Okay. And Wilson?
I am in group 6.
Okay, in group 6. Okay, and Justin?
I don't have a group.
Okay, Abner, you want to take care of him?
Yes.
I don't have one either, Professor.
And who else doesn't have one?
Gustavo.
So Gustavo
Okay.
and Justin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's see what's going on here.
And then Gabriella, what group are you in?
I'm in group 10.
Okay. You got it?
I think group 5 only has 4 people, so if one of them wants to join group 5.
I'll go.
Right. Just give me a second. I'm checking in Blackboard to see what the group situation is, and then I'm going to tell you which group to join, and then I'll go to your rooms from there and help you out. Okay, so group 1 and group 5 are both options. So one of you guys should join group 1, and one of you guys should join.
So why don't you assign them?
I'll go group 1.
Okay, so I'm gonna run to those rooms and help them out there.
Okay.
I'll go group 5, right? I haven't gotten the notification yet.
Okay, what do you need from me?
Gustavo, do you have access to the audit section?
No, it's not letting me.
Only one person's in group 11. Why don't you put them in group 11?
Well, group 11 really has more in Blackboard, at least. It just doesn't look like.
Yeah, but there's only one person, so we want to do that.
Okay, so you know what, Gustavo?
Oh, Josh, you're here. What's up, Josh?
Yeah, I was in.
Oh, Josh. Oh, I'm looking at here, group 11. Josh, have you joined the group? What group are you, Josh?
Group 11, but there was no one in there.
Okay, so why don't you see no one's in the group 11. So do you have a group? Have you met with your group, Josh? Maybe we need to make 10 groups. Have you met with your group before, Josh?
No, I missed last class, so I was.
Oh, he missed last class. So put Josh in another, and Gustavo put him in other working groups.
So group 11 doesn't exist? Like what happened to the other kids in that group?
I don't know, but it doesn't look like. I thought we only had 10 groups, but it doesn't look like it. There's nobody there, and he wasn't here last week, so it's not going to do him any good. And Gustavo wasn't here last week.
How about I get Justin that I just assigned, and I make a new group for these three?
Okay, and then you'll spend some time with them and have them go over the Zoom exercise, what they need to do for Zoom, and have them upgrade everything, okay?
Right. Gustavo and Josh, you guys are group 11. I'm gonna go get Justin from group 1. And so you guys should just join breakout room 11, and I'll be there in a second, okay?
So do I need to sign them or no?
I'm not sure.
Gustavo, you've already, let me not join. Oh, let me sign you. Assign you to what, 11?
Yep.
And then do you have an audit area? Josh, do you have an audit area? Can you help them, Raphael? Go to group 11.
With, what do I need to do? Put them in the audit?
Make sure they're in the audit and go through, make sure they have and set them up, with the Zoom and the screencast.
Okay, I'm gonna search for Gustavo first to see if he is in the audit section.
Yeah,
and then I'll
go in there and go in there and do the same thing. Okay, so I signed you to 11, Gustavo. And then go ahead and help them, okay?
And then I was able to get Anthony into the audit section earlier today.
Oh, okay, good. And then just to see go into 11 and maybe Abner's there already, but go in and see if they need your help. And if not, and Ripley's in the other one. So go into group 5 and they ask for. Okay.
And I go into 5.
Yeah, go into 5 now. You need to meet. Do I need to assign you? You can assign yourself, right? Okay. What's up, Ripley?
Okay, I just got back from a room. I'm gonna go into a different one now.
Yeah. So which one are you going into?
Let me see. I was just in group 10. I'm kind of just looking at whichever ones don't have another TA
Okay,
in them.
go into group 2. Where were you, Julie? Anna?
I was just in group 2. They were like in a good spot. Me and Kate were just there.
Okay. So go.
I guess Ripley just went.
So go through the other ones.
Yeah, no, I just did. I'm gonna start at 11. Abner's at 11.
Right. So you may want to go upwards. From
That's
the
what
10. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to do.
And see where everybody.
I'll see roommate. Was I ready? I think I was already at roommate. I'll just try it out. Okay.
Try it out and then just move back and forth and see if everyone's doing it. And I appreciate it. Ripley, and then you can go.
I think we've actually covered all the rooms because I covered like the latter ones. And then I see there's a couple of TAs in like 7, 8. So I think we actually covered them all, but I'll go through again just in case.
Yeah, just see if anybody has any issue. And you know what I want to do is I want them to write already, do their screencasting and choose already their screencasting programs.
So is it
Right.
every group has like inside each group different people have different softwares or?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, that's what I've been telling people, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
that
no,
was right.
everybody has to choose a different software and everybody has to agree that they're going to be different. So in this group I read tonight, I want everybody to choose
Cool. I just want to make sure. Thank you.
a different one. And then they'll do a recording and then they'll describe what is, and they'll upload their link or their link to their file.
Okay.
Okay. What's up, Raphael? Okay. Raphael, do you have a question? I guess it's frozen. Okay.
Dr. Rushnick, I had a quick question.
Sure.
Should I wait till after class to ask you? It's about an internship, or should I ask you now?
What kind of, wait till after class.
Okay, I'll wait. Okay.
After, about the internship with me or another internship?
It's about another internship, but it's like one of the question prompts is like to talk about a project you previously had. So I was like, I want to see your opinion on talking about my project last semester.
Okay, let's talk about it afterwards. Let's finish up.
We'll talk after. Okay.
Okay, good. Let me just finish. Let me just look at these groups and see. And why don't you join them and see? So make sure that each group now is putting in the names of the programs they're going to use. Okay, you're muted.
I'm gonna go to room. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna go to room 6 now. I'm gonna
start with group 1, and I'll see what they're doing, and you can start another.
Oh, Raphael just went through. Okay, I'm gonna go to room. I already went there. I'm gonna go to room 9. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll see you soon. Shoot. I didn't mean.
Okay, guys, I'm not sure exactly why the breakout rooms were closed. Does anybody know the reason for that, or should we go back?
I'm not sure.
We should go back.
I was still helping group 5.
Okay, so I'm gonna remake the breakout rooms here.
Awesome.
Now you guys can just join the rooms you were in before.
probably gone to all the breakout rooms and they like don't really have any more questions. Right, Ripley?
Ripley, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Just a quick question, maybe also for Dr. Rush. Is the screencasting program where they all check out different programs and then Zoom together and talk about them, or each of them makes their own recording and talks about it on their own? I think you're on mute, Dr. Rush.
Each one will do a separate one, each one records separately, and then they can come back together and they can do an overview of what they've
Make sure they
done.
don't come off the hoop.
So it's two parts. The group member will make it on their own and then they'll talk about it together.
Together, and then what they can even do is with a breakout room, they can even show, in a breakout room, you could do a screencasting, but they also need to do the passcode, eliminate the passcode. But for tonight, what I want to make sure is in the Zoom, in the screencast, that everybody's listed with another program. Right now, they don't leave tonight without everyone listed.
Okay, so I'm going to tell them the assignment is as follows. Each one finds a different program, and then they make a recording about them using it, and then also they should upload a group Zoom just talking.
Yeah, they can. They're uploading the Zoom group. What do you think? That can be additional or not?
I mean, I think they could definitely do it, but I don't know if it would be so productive.
Yeah, so they don't have to do that. So let's leave that out, but everybody has to do it, and they have to write a short little description in the item.
Okay, so maybe when we call back everybody, well, let's clarify.
Yeah, right, but make sure that it's on now.
Right.
Okay, go back and make sure that they have it. We'll leave a couple minutes. Okay, what's up?
Professor, are we supposed to film the screencasting with our entire group, or can we do it solo?
Solo.
Okay, got it.
Each of you, did you list it on your did you put everybody's name and which program they're going to choose? I want that tonight.
Oh, you want us to list that? Okay.
That way you make sure that everybody has a different program.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to your group.
Got it.
Where's your group?
Oh, it's group 5.
Are you back? Are they in there? Or they've gone for the night? What?
I think some of them might have left. I think.
Well, you got to get them back. You got to get everybody to go. This is not the time. I didn't say everybody's going. So let's get it all done. That you have a list of everybody tonight. So
all right.
Go back to the group.
Will do.
We'll do right now. I'm going to check. What group were you in? 5? Yeah, so go join it.
I just got back from group 5 and I think they're all good. Like I already explained.
I want to have the list of everybody and what program they're going to use. They decide that tonight.
Okay, what group do you want me to go back to then?
We'll start with C's. Go start with 2. Have them share their screen. Have them share their screen and make sure that everybody's listed under the screencasting, they both shows in different programs.
Okay, gotcha. Yes, ma'am. I will get on that right now.
Which group are you going to?
Let me look at the breakout rooms. Catherine's in 3.
I'll go to 2. You can go. Start with 4 and then.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the list now.
What?
Oh, she wanted us to go back and make sure that we were all using a different one, and we are. So what should we do now?
Did she tell you to come back out of the breakout room?
No, but like some of our group members left, so I didn't know what to do.
Oh, so it's only you left?
Yeah, like me and another team member.
All right. Maybe just hang in there for a little bit until she closes all the rooms. Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Okay.
I guess we have to go to the breakout room.
All right. All right, back to the breakout room we go. How have your breakout rooms been going?
They seem to be going pretty well. Most of the kids know exactly what to do. So
Yeah, I feel bad. I keep going to the same ones. Like I just like keep going down the list, and they're like, "You've already come here." Like,
yeah, I'm just going to each one once and seeing.
Yeah.
Unless I see someone else already there. So
yeah.
I'm gonna head over to room number 9 now. No, I see Kate just went there. Number 10. You were in number 10, I see. Okay, so let's
Yeah.
check them all. All right. Now we'll just wait till everybody comes back.
When does this class end?
I think I have it on my calendar. 10:25. Yeah.
How often do they meet as a class? Is it just the once a week?
Yeah, once a week.
Okay. And then do we meet with Professor again Wednesday?
So there's another class on Wednesday, like another section.
Okay. It's a long class.
Yeah.
Do you know what they're screencasting exactly for the assignment? Like, are they doing kind of like another Zoom recording, or are they just kind of just screencasting in general?
No, so it's not a Zoom recording. They're basically screencasting, and they're finding a program that will allow them to screencast outside of Zoom, and they're going to just talk about it. Each group member is going to do one on their own with a different program. They're going to upload their recording to the folder with a little written description of like how they found it, like pros and cons and how easy it was to use and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, perfect. I did join my breakout groups then.
Wait, is class still going on? It's supposed to be on.
Avner, what's going on? Do I need to close the breakout rooms?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, everybody has it? Okay. So let me, these breakout rooms, I don't know, close all rooms, okay?
Okay, so I thought I might just clarify the screencasting assignment for everybody because there was a bit of confusion.
Okay.
Each group member is going to choose a different screencasting program, different from the other group members. You're going to make a recording of yourself using that program as you record your screen, and you're going to go through the features and talk about, you know, what you find good about it, what you don't find good about it, pros and cons. You're going to upload that to a subfolder just like you uploaded your group Zoom collaboration recording. Just the difference is that each group member is going to upload their own. Now, when you upload it, you're not only going to just include an upload to it, you're going to also write a short paragraph explaining the basic pros and cons about the program.
Right, that's listed, Avner, that's listed in the PowerPoint, right, of what they need to include. So it's the second slide in that PowerPoint of the assignments. Under assignments, it's the second slide, right? That talks about their full name. And it would be even interesting, everyone needs to do the Zoom, take out the passcode in Zoom. You can even record that, taking out the passcode in Zoom. Also, even if you were in a breakout room, can you record in a breakout room? You can. You can use the screencasting for breakout. What else? Any other questions? I think we're set. What else did I want to attain? The purpose is we want to find solutions and we want to have other tools that can help us with these solutions. We're going to work with other software in the next couple of weeks. And if we have problems with that software, we can ask one person that understands how to solve that issue, can do a short recording of a couple of minutes and post it. Another student that has problems can record what problems, where are they getting stuck, rather than just a print screen, and record that and use a voiceover as well. Okay, and then we'll meet next week. We'll start looking at data analytics next week. Tech Guide 1 we'll look at hardware, and I think hopefully everybody's in their group and settled in. And I thank my TAs this week. It was pretty hectic, and hopefully they could help you and think about it, reaching out to your group. Another thing that I want you to emphasize is, since everyone's on their own, you're still responsible as your group. So what I would suggest on Sunday is to check if everybody's uploaded in the proper format and reach out to others to see what are their issues if it's not in the proper format and they're having problems. Don't leave it till Monday, because you know Monday what happens. We can have Google down, we can have other problems. You already saw we have Wi-Fi issues. We have issues every day. So let's try to get this done by Sunday, so then on Monday, you can take a deep breath and you can just come to class without being hurried. Okay? So please stay with me. Otherwise, I'll see each other next time we meet next week. And stay safe and be well.
Have a good week, Professor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay with me if you have additional questions.
Bye, Professor. Thanks.
Okay, Wilson, everything okay?
Everything okay. Thank you. Take care.
Perfect. Perfecto.
Professor,
Yes.
like I got like I saw like the quiz one is due today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like since I'm a new student,
So you can take it again. You can take it.
I can take it. And what is the like deadline of the?
But the deadline is going to be next week before the class. But take it as early as you can.
Oh, okay. So the only
I
thing.
left it open for you. You should be able
Okay,
to.
thanks. So the only homework I miss is just the exam, right? The quiz, right?
You missed
there's
the
others.
quiz, you missed the Wiley Plus, and you missed doing Zoom.
Yeah, so like
the Zoom assignment. So I don't know if, do you have your group? What group is he? What group are you in? Who are you with?
8.
Okay, so what I would suggest you do, Anthony, is reach out to your group and tell them to help you with the Zoom exercise.
I see.
What did I say?
Like reach out the teammates and like see.
Not see, ask them that I told you that they need to help you with the Zoom exercise. So Pietro, ask Pietro. The first guy that was there with the orange sweatshirt with the hoodie.
Yeah.
You know who he is? Pietro. Pietro.
If needed, Professor, I could also hop on a Zoom sometime this week on like Tuesday.
Yeah, but I want him to get, that's fine. You can reach out to him, Anthony, but I want to get them used to reaching out to their group.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Be so kind, Ripley, and check in with Anthony. But do you understand what I want people to practice in? That their group is their first line of support. And then their group, and then that you can feel, Anthony, that you're part of the group, that you're not alone. That's the whole idea with a group, Anthony, is they can help you. So tonight I want you to text Pietro.
Okay.
What did I say?
Like tonight, test him like about.
Right, text him and tell him you want to set up a Zoom session with him, and that he go over with you what was done last week.
Okay.
Okay,
yes.
And you can be part of it. You can and to record it and to upload. So you can be part of the group. That you're just not by your. Then if you start being separate, you'll be separate for the whole semester. That's how things work. You have to join as quickly as you can. Even though my great TA teams are willing to help you, I want them to help you when your group cannot, when your group does not know the answer. When they know the answer, they should be the first ones you turn to. If they don't respond, they don't do well, then you go to your illustrious group, here, the TA.
Okay.
Okay? See you
Yeah,
tonight.
thanks.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Nice
Bye.
to meet you.
Okay, have a good weekend.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So we got to figure out a way that it's going to be more efficient. Any ways? And I want to encourage them to start taking the role. Any ideas, Kate?
I feel like I just keep sending the same emails to the same questions.
I know.
So I feel like maybe just being like I did this, I think like 2 days ago, where I was just like, oh, this student figured it out, have them contact them.
And some may maybe have the students, I'm thinking of an area of the students getting the point of emailing everyone. They can email, right? Especially through the audit area, they can email everyone.
Yeah.
And tell them, hey, I found out Chrome doesn't, Chrome and Firefox work, Safari doesn't work.
Yeah, someone made a section on Blackboard for common issues, so we'll be using that now.
Where did you make it? In audit area or in the regular area?
I want to say the regular. I can look right now.
You made it already? Or you want to make it?
Let me see.
I'm wondering, because I really want, I'm thinking of a way in which we can do this, because I think it's important that we almost reward those students that have, struggled and gotten it right, and then even almost encourage them to be kind of leaders of the class and saying, hey.
So I actually made a section on there.
Is it here, Ripley?
Yeah, need help. So if you click that, there's just a message where it says basically, hey, add something. And then I put on that they can make different folders. So the first folder that I made, you can click on it. I have different things under there. Like it's obviously like that folder is for, the folder.
Wait, we
Yeah,
have
it's
to,
for,
I think we have to
What
do
is it?
the audit section.
I put it under there as well. I don't know why I did it under there. Like, I realized that when I was doing it, but I put it underneath the audit and then for some reason that one as well. And I have just different things where people can actually, like, you know, put their name on there and say like, hey, this is what I did. And then I also, I feel like I made another section. I feel like, right there,
But
common
yeah,
problems and questions. Yeah. I don't know why I titled them different things, like I said. I need to
Yeah,
go back
well,
and like,
first of all, we have to
yeah,
do it. Maybe we can do like, what is a student message? I don't understand that.
no, that's just saying like telling them what they can do. Like students can add common IT solutions that will help them in class. So they know what to do for that folder because they may click on that and be like, okay, well, they're like, you know, they don't know that they need to add.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I mean, you guys can change it, but I just thought it'd be like a direction kind of thing for them.
I think the folder idea is a very good idea. Maybe next class we can announce that it exists in the and the students can check it out, and that's.
No, I like it. The idea is maybe common problems, questions, but then you could make it. I don't know. You know, we have a. I don't know. One is we could do like this. I like this idea of Wiley plus common problems, and then we could have, you know, screencasting problems. You know, if there, you don't make it unless there are problems. You understand?
Yeah, that's why I did like the folder so they could like problems that present themselves in the future. They could add them.
Zoom problems or issues, or if we go to the discussion board, I've never used the discussion board in the class. Go to the discussion board. Is in creating a forum there. Maybe they can, maybe this you guys can, maybe Riley, you can play around with somebody else. Is a discussion board more fit for problems? You know, where people can respond or find frequently asked questions or something like that, or they reach out.
I think if we do it in the format of a discussion board, it might be a little difficult to find.
Yeah, okay, I agree.
I
Okay,
think so too. I think they'll get lost.
problem.
Frequently asked questions thing, it's easier to.
Yeah, and maybe you guys can do it. What you were saying, Kate, you got the same problem or something, you can put it there and then have somebody take a role or something like that.
Right.
Because I just don't want them to be anytime, especially these, you know, kind of the, I don't want to use, I'll use the word, is people that don't do their work and all of a sudden rely on you at the last minute, an hour before. What am I supposed to do?
Right.
You know, and help me with my homework, you know, kind of thing. Well, if you would have paid attention, or you would have reached out to someone in your group on Tuesday rather than on.
Right,
Friday.
so what I try to do when I'm like helping the students, I try not to just spit information at them. I try to direct them like, this is where you can find information on this.
Yeah, no, but I just don't want them to rely, you know what I mean? I want you to be thinking about useful, but I want to make basically almost in terms, that's our culture, that you find out, and then if you can't find out, go to your, you know, find out from the groups and find out from people. Someone just, where you responded, and I think the adaptive test, and I said, well, what'd you do to resolve it? Oh, I asked somebody, and they showed it to me. You know, there are plenty of people that did the adaptive test that they would just reach out, and they were probably looking in another place for, they were looking for a tab called adaptive test. You guys, you know what I mean? You're dealing with them more, and I just don't want it to be a burden on you guys. Plus, I want it to be that it's not an automatic way. Hey, this is a good way. Ask Ripley every question I have in the book rather than, you know, what's next. But I also want to make it easy for them that if they are not, our problem is that we're also meeting only once a week. So if you do have a question, you know, if it was a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, if I don't know Monday, come on Wednesday to class. Here we have to wait a whole week, and then I need to go through material. You know, this is the last I want to do. I want to deliver material, not just go through issues. You know, like your folder isn't put together or something. And then I also want to teach you guys new material too, that'll be valuable for you. Just not, you know, after a while, how many times can you put, you know, you already learned how to come from student to teaching assistant. And they should be able to do that now, right?
Well, I was thinking also, since we're all sending a lot of emails to a lot of students, sometimes it's like the same question or the same issue a lot. Like, for example, I've been adding students to the audit section and explaining. So I think it's probably worthwhile for whatever common types of emails we're each sending, to just write up a template somewhere, and then just be able to insert the student's name and insert like, so that you can copy paste it and make your life a lot easier.
Yeah, I don't want you to, your own studies are first priority for you guys. I don't want you to spend numerous hours on just answering, question after question. That's not your role. Plus, I want you to learn new stuff. Every time you answer that same question, what are you learning? So you guys figure out what are the best ways to present it. I like that idea of common Wiley problems. I think mostly we're doing it. And just like that Anthony already, it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. And you could see, since he wasn't here last week, he's not feeling part of that group, So I want to give that. So maybe what you can do, one of you, is to reach out to that, or I will, I guess, to that group to help Anthony, or even send out an email, send out an email to that group to let them know that they need to include him with the next Zoom, since he wasn't part of that Zoom exercise, to have him part of that Zoom exercise or something like that.
Which student is this? Is this a specific student, or?
Yeah, the fellow that was just there. What group was he in? Pietro. He's in Pietro's group. Pietro.
Group 8.
The group 8.
His last name is Tao, though. Tao.
Yeah. Ripley, you could reach out to them. Okay, and let them know that he wasn't part of it, and then he could be part. Because people tell me yes, but I'm not sure. And especially when you're a foreign student and English isn't your mother tongue, I'm not sure. It's easy to say yes. And with me, people are easy. They always say yes to me.
No, I mean, I could actually, of course, his group can help him as well. But my roommate speaks Chinese, so it might be easier if I speak him as well, because we can get on a Zoom call.
All right, fine. Yeah, I don't know if he'll want that, but anyways, you can do that. Okay, if they want to do that, make him feeling more comfortable. Okay, what else? All right, so anything else? You guys all look exhausted.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it again. Really, I'm there for you. And then I'll probably maybe send it to you guys to see what just so you know, my next one is I'm going to do data analytics, and I want to do forecasting, automated trading systems. And
so that's when we're going to start using the remote desktop connections.
Yes, and you may want to even check that out. I saw today they had 65 computers in the library. Supposedly, I don't know, you could try it out, whether they work, me, whether it says connection, it says available. The other thing is maybe what we want to do is write up how, when they get into like either Excel or they get into NinjaTrader, once they have their files, once they have their Excel files, how do they save their work? I think that'd be good as a short little clip. How to do that. I think that's going to be an issue. I'm anticipating issue, how that's going to be an issue, because they're going to need to upload their work, their Excel spreadsheets. They're going to need to upload them.
Well, I think we would kind of walk through it in class, right?
Yeah, we'll walk through it in class, but that you're familiar with it. We'll walk through it in class. Yeah, I'll walk through it in class with them. I want to do that. I want to do some Excel. I want to talk about, since we talked about it, some moving averages. What are those, moving averages? And then how do you do it in Excel? And then basically it's it's set up already so we can understand those strategies. I think that's what I'll start with. Downloading the data. We can even download the data, massage it with Excel first, and then we can see how that's different from doing the data connect. How we do end of data connect with NinjaTrader. What's the difference between doing that versus downloading it from, for instance, Yahoo Finance. You know, there's differences converting that data into CSV. We have a couple of data analytics students in the class and a lot of finance. I think every guy in the class is a finance major. This is a boy thing or something, every boy at UM thinks. And then when I say, why are you doing it? To make money. That's where I'm doing. But anyways, they'll lose it now with all that game stuff and stuff. Huh? So we'll see what that is. And then I didn't do it. There's something, you guys know what a SPAC is? Okay. Remind me next week. We'll talk about it. SPAC. That's the new finance term. Want to Google it? You can Google it.
Special purpose acquisition company.
Yeah, what is it? Have you heard of it, Raphael?
No, I've never heard of it.
Good. You know why I'm always pleased when you never hear of it. So I think at least I'm extending new knowledge. So what is it? What does it say it is?
It allows like retail investors to invest in private equity type transactions, particularly leveraged buyouts.
Okay. It's basically, you know what a shell company is?
No.
Hey, you know what a shell company is? Good for accounting to know. A shell company is basically the structure, like the shell of a building. Is there anything inside a shell of a building? Okay, is there anything, if I had a shell of a building? Right?
Sorry, I was Googling it.
Okay, good. Shell company. You need to know this for accounting.
Exists only on paper and has no office and no employees.
Yeah. People can buy those and then they can have an IPO.
I've literally never heard that.
Oh, actually, I think my dad does that because I know like so he owns a company, but to own a company in Florida is really expensive. So if you have it like owned or like started like in a different like state, for example, like I think it's in Delaware where their like laws are a lot less strict, where it's less expensive to like start a company there. I think he has one of those where it's technically started in Delaware, but yet the company is run in Florida.
Well, that's where Ripley. That's where it started. That's where it's incorporated.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I remember my dad definitely
not necessarily that your father has a shell company. He may be having a real company, but for tax reasons, and for liability reasons, Delaware is kind of the idea where a lot of people want to incorporate. But this shell company, what did you say? Kate, was it didn't have basically
have employees or
right. So
like
you don't have employees. So what you're going to be able to do then is set up this, and what they're doing now is they're investing and they're kind of like bypassing IPO stages. You know what an IPO is? And they're basically, with all the scrutiny, they can pass a number of scrutinies. So a number of these investment firms are investing in these basically companies, and they say, hey, we'll put it together. And this is going crazy. And people are investing in those investment companies without even knowing what they're going to be investing in. So this is going to be just crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, it's like out of this world. So it's like you're investing in this company, Kate, hasn't even existed. You don't even know what it's in it. You know, it's like
doesn't sound like a good investment, Professor.
You know, I got this. It's like magic. Look up my sleeve. So it could be interesting, you know, and it could be so that's beside the point. But I'm just saying this whole finance is just nobody expected. It's wild. It's like a wild west out there, especially these days. And you think in one way it could be good, you know, the internet and getting people together and influencing them. And, you know, these other guys, you know, these hedge funds, they were doing some manipulation as well, you know, shorting a lot of these companies that didn't even really need to be shorted just to bring them down and so forth. But some of them, it was for a good reason, you know, like GameStop, you know, Everybody's on the internet. Everybody's home. Nobody's going to the GameStop buying games. You know, that company. AMC, the movie theater. When was the last time any of you went to a movie theater? Physical. You know? So, I mean, there was a reason it was going in bankruptcy. All of a sudden now it's shooting up just for playing games. I mean, people's livelihood. My goodness. Okay, I can see it's getting too late. They're getting these spooky people coming into our Zoom. They're getting spooked. Okay. All right. So thanks.
He's the manager of my shell company, actually.
Okay, he's another shell. Okay. I can see it's a shell there of a person. Okay, guys. Anything else I need to discuss? Juliana, I'll discuss with you what we need to do. Kate, do we need to discuss anything or we're okay?
Thank you.
Okay, everything. And then how's the classes going, Kate?
Pretty good. I just have a night class like every night. I have one right before this, so that's why sometimes my camera's
Kate, you know what, Kate? Take some time. That's ridiculous. Take a half hour. The others people can take over. You know what I mean? Or even take 45 minutes, an hour. You know what I mean?
I cook my dinner for like 30 minutes at the beginning of class.
No, but I'm just saying, even take, you know what I mean? There's
Thank
no
you.
reason for you to be in the beginning, especially you're like right at 7:15. That's it. You know what I mean? We got to pace ourselves.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? So take your time. The main thing I need you is we have enough people to check the chats, and then basically for the breakout rooms. You know what I
I'll
mean?
be prepared for those for sure.
Yeah, and then we don't do that until later on, and until I get them all together, we'll start the breakout room.
Right.
But yeah, start like at 8 o'clock or something. You can come in. I'm gonna go
Thank you. I'll see you on Wednesday.
What?
I said I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, ciao, ciao. Thanks.
Thank you.
Dr. Rush, am I still staying with you to talk about the other thing?
Do you want to?
Yes, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait until everyone has their questions answered first.
Okay, fine. And then we'll go over your document. Okay, so I got you for that. What Raphael? What?
I was just gonna ask if it's the same time Wednesday.
Same time.
Okay.
And
I'll
then,
see you then.
oh, can you do me I think I need. Let me do that now. I'll put you in. Abner, can you do me a favor? I'm gonna put Raphael in my I don't think we didn't know he's joining us late. I want to put him, let me share my screen.
Yeah, my internet was failing me all last week because I'm international.
I know. How is the internet there?
It's not good.
I know. I can imagine.
If I have my TV on and my laptop and my phone all using Wi-Fi, then it doesn't work anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that it's yeah. And how is COVID down there?
It's not bad at all, but people are really scared of it because it's such a small town. Like everyone, it's like the entire family lives together, and no one wants to be the person that visits their grandma. So yeah. So everybody's really scared of it, but there's been less than 100 cases throughout the entire year.
And how big is the town?
It's like 20,000 people.
And where is it? Near?
It's like Guadalajara, like 2 hours south of that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no fancy cities nearby. It's just a small town.
Wait, you said you live in Guadalajara?
No.
I'm 2 hours south of it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I'm sure it's an adventure, but say, have you had COVID? I almost ask every student, have you had COVID yet? No?
I have not.
Okay, so hopefully you won't get it. You're with your family there?
I'm just with my grandma.
Okay, yeah, they would definitely be safe with her,
Yeah.
That's all you need is to give it to her. And are they doing any vaccines, or that's out of the question?
They're not going to get vaccines for a few months.
Yeah, so definitely, take protection. Okay, so what do I need? I need to go to K2, Abner.
You're adding him to KL2?
I'm adding Raphael to KL2. And then I think you're not in KL2, are you, Raphael?
Let me check. I think I was only in today's.
Yeah.
section.
So I'm
I
gonna
think you need
add
to
him.
do a course builder, no grades. You're the only one who can upgrade him to that in those sections that are regular.
No, you can add him to the audit?
No, I can take care of him in the audit if you want, but in the regular
Yeah,
section,
no, I'm doing KL2. I'm gonna do KL2 and I'll upgrade him. Fine.
do you want me to do the audit section for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then let me just see here. Rounds. So let's go by email. What's your email, Raphael?
RXR.
RXR 1066, is that it?
Yes.
Raphael. And I submit. Enrollment, submit. Okay. I expected more students in the group, but the group sizes are good. No? Roughly, okay.
Okay, so Raphael, I just added you to KL2 audit as a teaching assistant, so you should see yourself.
I'm gonna refresh it. All right, yeah, I'm in the audit section.
Okay, let me upgrade you to here. Change the role to. Did we figure out what no grades and no tests were? The difference?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I asked Blackboard, they didn't know either. I guess no, put no grade. For now. We gotta figure that out. And what about attendance? What role can you do to be attendance?
I don't think we have access to the attendance. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, check one time. Check if you can go. I guess because it's grades, kind of. You know what I mean? Okay. All right.
Yeah, it says access not allowed because our invalid role in the
Yeah, okay, so we learned that. Okay, what else? That's it. So Raphael, thank you very much for joining us. Best of the weather, as we say.
All right. Good night, Professor.
Good night, and enjoy yourself and stay safe. You need it. Okay, and Ripley, I have Abner. I think anything else, Abner, you want to discuss or you need?
I think we're good.
Okay, that's the only thing is kind of like common issues, and then somehow getting students, you understand, to take the lead. The better students are the ones that figure it out. Let them help each other. You know what I mean? And then when they don't understand, then escalate it to you. You should be kind of like the escalation team. You know how you call tech support? They give you the first level, and then when they can't figure it out, this needs to be escalated. Same thing with the student. If they can't figure it out, it's escalated to their group. If the group can't figure it out.
Okay, let's announce that. Let's announce that in class. That
yeah, but even talk about it. I want to talk about it in a positive way of teaching.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to be as punitive, or it looks like you guys are just being, you know what I mean, slackers, and you don't want to hear from them. You want to hear unique problems, you know.
Right.
And to get it back to me, you know, and things are beyond our control. Stuff just doesn't work. We know it. We got to find solutions. Okay, thank you again, Abner.
Okay. Good night. I'll see you Wednesday.
Perfect. Okay, great. Ciao. Okay, so how can I'm going to start with Juliana, and then I have Ripley to spend. Okay, Ripley, I'm going to spend time with Juliana. She has some issues, and then we'll go to you.
So I just wanted to get your opinion because I have an interview this week for a summer internship with Aon.
Okay, what's the position to do?
I think it's just like a general like summer internship with like just their their human resources finance team, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, and what do they do?
It's an insurance broker. And basically, so my main question to ask you is so basically I first have a 30-minute interview with one person. I haven't done that much preparation so far, but I first have a 30-minute interview with someone, and then I have another 30-minute interview.
Okay.
And then I have a 10-minute presentation, and they gave me.
You have to give a presentation, and they're giving you a presentation.
I give a presentation.
On what?
So these are my two topics that I have to choose from. So this is where I want to get your feedback.
Oh, okay. They're giving you two topics to make a presentation on.
Yeah. So my first topic option is tell us about 3 challenges you feel the insurance industry is facing over the next 5 years, or tell us about a project or piece of work you have completed at college, which you are particularly proud of.
And which one do you like?
Well, like what came to mind with the project or piece was my telehealth help project, but is that of the caliber of an internship? Like is it too I just don't know if it's like good enough for like this internship. I don't know.
Do you have any descriptions of this internship?
Like not really.
How did you find it?
Like through connections, kind of.
Okay. And did you research it? Did you type internships at company?
I honestly was gonna do that this week.
Okay, so what you need to do is, anybody in the company?
Like not personally.
Then how did you find out about this?
Through a family friend.
But the family friend works for this company, or the family friend is just like, I heard. They never worked for that company.
No.
Okay. So
it says it provides a unique opportunity for rising college seniors to learn, contribute, and gain. Okay, so it's basically just like.
So read it to me.
Our interns learn about Aon's businesses and culture while developing practical skills necessary for future professional success. Try to see. There's risk intern, actuary, and I think risk intern is what I'm applying for.
Okay. And what did they say about risk intern?
You'll be in a support role assisting analytics team members and brokers with risk assessment and risk management consulting for Aon clients. You will be assigned to specific clients and participate on account teams. Your work will be focused on daily client management and coordination of internal processes or interaction with insurance carriers and their intermediaries on behalf of our clients.
Okay. So you should check when do you have this interview?
Like Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 days. You got plenty of time.
Yeah.
First you have to find out what this department does in more detail. Okay. And then you can search as being like their client, what is this? You need to know what this department does and examples of what they do. You have to search that in depth.
Okay.
That's number 1. Number 2, I would go with the second one.
Go with the one about the project?
Yeah. What do you know about insurance?
That's what I thought. And it would set me apart.
And then they'll start asking you questions about their insurance. And they know more about your insurance than you know nothing, right?
Yeah.
About insurance. So you're going to be in a spot. How are you going to evaluate?
Right.
Right. But you know about your project. You did it.
Yeah.
And they don't know anything about your project.
Okay.
Which project are you gonna prevent? The one you did in my class or in another class?
In your class.
Okay. So talk about it. And there you really can talk. And what did you do? You did the.
It was like it was telehealth help. So it was like basically like an assistance program for telehealth, like either virtual, like remotely or in person, depending on the comfort level. And it was mainly targeted to 65 and up.
Perfect. That's their insurance. Yeah, do that. And then you know so much, and you know so much about healthcare now, and you know so much about, you don't even realize how much you know.
Yeah, I just need to brush up on everything.
Right, and talk about the cloud, and talk about how, with COVID, and talk about how this is, they can relate, right?
Yeah.
Now the insurance is changing, and now we're getting reimbursed, and we've accelerated so quickly. This should have been done years ago, and it's done, and this has been an impetus with COVID, and you come up with this, and it's impressive what you did. And you already have slides.
Yeah.
With the starting point, you already, this is no brainer. You've already done the slides, you've already done the presentation, you've already gotten critiques from me for how many times over, right?
Okay, so I just needed that like further reassurance.
What?
I just wanted like the further reassurance, just like.
No, and then you can be confident. What
Yeah.
I mean? It's a Zoom call or what?
Yeah.
So what are you going to use for the background? This is your bedroom here?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go. I'm not sure.
So
I don't think about that.
Yeah, don't use your bedroom.
No.
Okay,
Maybe
so go even. Are you on campus or what?
I'm near campus.
Okay.
Should I rent like a room on campus?
Can you rent a room? Can you go to a room?
I think
you go to
so.
the library and you can like make an appointment and you can book a room for yourself. They're called like study rooms.
Yeah.
So get a room.
Yeah.
That's quiet and that you don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
People can see you and you look professional and dress up with a nice.
Yeah.
But even wear like a suit or something, or you know what I mean, the professional waist up,
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. I just want to bounce it off. Yeah.
And also it's Friday. What do you know what I'm saying? And it's good practice, even if you don't get it, Juliana. It's great practice, and it's a great way to talk about it. And you can even you've heard my lecture so many times. Maybe I have some things,
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you.
And you took a, and what I would say is I would add kind of like the end, and since I was really so involved in it, and this professor started with it, I'm able to do intern. I'm becoming, I was so good that the top students in our class were offered a position to be, teaching assistant interns.
Right.
And that she's going to be doing to the Coral Gables community. We're going to be helping businesses, small businesses, how they can work more, have more of a connection with digitally.
Yeah.
How they can get closer to the customer, reduce their costs, increase their revenues, and engage more in customer engagement.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be helping her and some other students and interns, helping some of these businesses with social media, growing social media. Social media, right?
Yeah.
So you say with social media and things, and that's what you can contribute to these businesses.
Okay. Great. Thank you. So I won't be coming Wednesday because I have a class then, but I'll be seeing you next Monday.
But let me know how it goes afterwards.
I will.
If there's anything that if you have a question or something before it, you can drop me a line or something.
All right. Thank you so much.
I think that's perfect. And also you don't have the time to prepare. You prepare 10 minutes. That's nothing, 10 minutes. How long did you present in the class? You can even
that's true. That's true.
It's exactly what you presented in the class. Wasn't it a 10-minute present? You can talk about it.
Okay, great. Thank you. right.
And welcoming their questions, and you can talk about where the future is going. And this is, insurance is going the same way, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
They're going virtual. You know, and
Thank
they have to reduce their costs, they have to increase their revenue, and they have to pay to their clients.
Yeah.
And that's how you can think that you can help them and you're interested in learning.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night.
Ciao. Okay. All right. So I'm all yours. So what do we need to? Oh, the only thing is, I think what I need to do is let me share my screen.
Yeah, so the thing was for, I'm actually applying to be an RA/CA for one of the housing, like, for housing residential life. And so I put it on my resume, but I didn't want it to just be kind of like an empty kind of like just there, I wanted to kind of have like some like legitimacy to it, because I want them to believe me, when I just put that on my resume. So that's kind of like what the point was.
And who are you going to give this to?
It's going to go with the application for RA and CA, like to be a residential assistant.
And so the way that it's written now, do I want to like have, you want to just, I think it'd be better maybe like a recommendation letter, no?
Okay. So
maybe,
can I actually show you like my resume if that's okay?
Yeah. I think maybe we should edit in the terms of just either to whom it may concern or to, is there someone that you're replying this to that's going to be reviewing this?
It's more for just like my resume in general. But one of the main things that I'm using my resume for at the moment right now is, like I said, I'm applying to be an RA for the housing residential life. So let me go ahead and share my screen and I can show you.
Let me stop sharing mine.
Okay.
So where are you living, Ripley, in the dorms or where are you living?
I am, yeah, I'm in a dorm right now. Okay, so this is my resume right now, and I have like just different things, and so I put it underneath the experience right here. And so, like I said, I kind of wanted like a legitimate kind of like statement, like proving.
Where am I looking? I'm looking at your Charles Schwab account.
My Charles Schwab account.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me try it again. That was weird. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully you're not looking at my stocks anymore.
I was saying, wait, this sounds like the class or something.
Yeah, no, I'm investing in a couple more stocks today. But anyways, yeah, here's my resume. And then I have right here is where like my experience is, and that's where it shows this. And that's why I kind of wanted like the form to show like legitimacy for that, because I know they're like, typically people say like teaching assistants, they think of like the paid like teaching assistant, and this is more of like an intern.
Business technology in-class student assistant. Okay. Present, attend winter resource present training sessions with and to prepare for spring classes.
Those are like the ones that we did over the winter break.
Okay, and what is this? Add additional clarification. This I would change.
Okay.
Additional, what is this? Clarification students and small students regarding assignments topic include making students the optimized quality. Edit course building, Blackboard J4. Okay. Okay. So what is this? So you are a security, this is different, housing?
Oh yeah, but right now I'm a security assistant for housing and residential life. But like I said, I'm applying to be an RA for next semester. And so, but like I said, that's why like I added this to my resume, but I wanted some like legitimacy to it and stuff. That's why I drew up that form, the document that I sent you before. Do you want me to, and that's this one right here.
This is it? What is this?
This is the one that I sent you, remember, where it said kind of like the legitimacy thing? Like this is the one that I sent you where you could like edit it, like if you wanted to take out anything or.
Yeah, Dr. Sarah, Professor.
I just took that from your LinkedIn, that's all.
No, roles of teaching assistant, Monday, Wednesday, Sunday. Contributor, okay, that's good. Dr. Wren gives us document statement credentials and signature.
Do you want me to scroll back up to the top?
Yeah. What's the title of this? in class. You know, I think if anything, the people need to know that. I don't know. This is at the University of Miami, right?
Yes, sir.
Housing.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Yeah.
You don't need to. I guess were you raised in southern? Say yes, ma'am, a lot. Usually we don't say. Were you raised kind of in a southern?
My mom is a Southern belle.
Okay. I was wondering because something. Yeah, you don't have to say it to me, but anyway. But I guess it's almost like second nature for you.
It is, and plus both my parents are in the military as well.
Yeah, so I guess
yes, ma'am, a lot.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, because you're the only student that ever says, you know, do you hear it from other students? I never hear it from others.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but anyway, it's fine. It's kind of, okay, Rosa's teaching. I would just say, I don't know if I have to sign it.
Okay. Do you think
you know what I would do instead of this gives legitimacy and so forth? Something about change it and put for references, please contact for additional information or references, please contact Dr. Rushing.
Okay, so I'm gonna take out the highlighted portions and I'll just put like your contact
you know what I mean? It's not a form that, and nobody's gonna think that nobody's gonna put that in, you know, when they're just making it up. And if they made something up, they wouldn't make something up at the university. They'd make something up.
That's true. Okay.
In Kentucky, they couldn't send somebody. And you're just so specific, you know, you put in BTE210-KL, you know, and K1 and so forth. I would just put for, you know, for additional information or for references, please contact Dr. Rushing. Or please contact Dr. Rushing for more information.
Okay, gotcha. And then I'll just put like your phone number and email there if that's okay at the very bottom.
Put my office number and my email.
Okay.
Contact Dr. Rushing for further information.
Okay. And
then I don't have to. There's nothing to sign because then it looks like almost it even puts more suspicion in it. Why is she doing this? Nobody does.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
You know what I mean? That makes sense. Legitimacy, like even like why would we do it? You're not saying that. You know what I mean? You're a physician or something. You know what I mean?
No, it makes sense. Yeah.
At age 20, you know that we think.
I'll change that then. Okay.
Okay. So just put it with them if they need another thing, or even on your resume. You know, references. You can put. You know what people do on their resumes. They put references, and then you can put me as a reference.
Okay. So going back to that real quick for my resume, this is like my actual resume right here. Where would I add that? Would I add like?
And then you could put at the end references, and then you could put me and some
like
other
below here, the reference for like this experience right here.
No, I would put it at the end. Where's the end of the resume? Certificate skills, and then there is this the end.
This is.
Okay, and then the end is
put references there.
References and put me in and put somebody else in.
Okay.
I can give you a reference.
Gotcha, I'll do that. And then also
and for the reference, put Dr. Sarah Rushing, professor of business technology and health informatics.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that. And then also for the application that I like applied for the RA, can I put you as like a reference thing on there so if they need to contact you and just ask you any questions about me?
Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Perfect, thank you. Just like, yeah, because they may like email you or something or call you just to like ask about me.
We'll do that or something. You know. Okay. Please feel free to, you know, or something. Or put references. Did they ask for references or no?
They do for the application.
Okay, so there, make the references. And if you want in your resume, you can say references.
Right. Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate this. This was helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I that's why I wanted to sit with you because I didn't make any, you know, I didn't understand what the issue. Hopefully you're right. What does that entail? That you're like
an RA. So RA, it's basically in a residential hall, like for the dorms, they're in charge of the entire floor to make sure all the operations go well, to set up like meetings and stuff, and just to make sure like daily like housing life is okay, you know, especially with like freshmen coming in, they don't really know what to do. And then plus the reason why I'm applying for it is because it's like, well, one, it has like a pretty good pay, and then also you get like a really good housing stipend as well for like if you're living on campus. So just kind of like
for your housing?
For housing, yeah, they pay for your housing as well. And then it also looks really good on like my resume as well. And plus, like, you know, the more leadership things I can add to my resume, the better. You know, like over the winter, I actually took Topple Career. They gave out these free like skills advantage classes, and I took a project management one, which is really big nowadays. Yeah. And so over the summer, and they do them every summer and winter for free. And next semester, I think, or next summer, I'm going to do a computer coding one. You know,
yeah, no, everything that you can do, and then you'll do the, you know, you'll learn about automated trading systems. You'll learn about the coding in this class too.
Right. Yeah. So just anything that I can do to make myself like look different on like my resume. You know,
design, they send you a certificate. Apply for it.
Yeah, they do. So what we do for Topple Career, there's 2 different types of certifications. You can get like the basic.
No, but I mean in the Wix, you send her.
I did.
And did you get it? Yeah. Okay, you didn't tell me. Good.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was a while ago during Christmas break. I reached out.
So what did they call it?
She hasn't sent me like the actual document yet because they're really busy right now for whatever reason. But it's
But did it have a name? Was that the name?
No, she hasn't sent me the actual document, like the actual.
No, but did she tell you what certificate you're going to get or the name of the certificate?
No, I just told her that I wanted my website to be like checked out for a Wix certification, and then went from there.
Okay, so look what she said. Look at the slides. I think she called it something.
Whenever she sends it to me, I'll definitely send it to you.
Yeah, but also put it on your resume. Exactly she's coming in, and she's not coming in, but send her a when did you do it?
I think I sent her an email about it. It was over the break, so December, November-ish.
Okay, so send her out, you know, maybe at it'd be interesting because she's not our representative this semester. So what to do? No, I think they're dividing up the schools, so we're gonna have a new representative. So maybe send her out an email thanking her and telling her that you're a teaching assistant for me this semester, and that you look forward to one of the Wix reps coming back into the class, and just make a reminder that you're applying. Even tell her you're applying for a resident assistant and you'd like to get the document. Something like that, because I'm sure, you know, that's not the first on our list. You know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, great. And thank you very much, and thanks for helping and coming up with ideas. You know, the other thing I was thinking about, did anybody write what's due for next week?
I did. I put it up there so typically during the class, I put things up there.
Can we go over it? Can you share?
Yes. So this is what I put up there. For what's due, I have Avner kind of added to it as well.
Yeah. So
okay, so we have the Zoom screencasting tutorial, and I kind of put like a little.
Share screen.
Oh, share screen. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, so right here, due February 8th. This is the Zoom screencasting tutorial. And then I put, Avner also put New York Times.
So each person, but also put in, we have a quiz.
Okay.
From right? So go to the assignment, quizzes and assignments.
I'm sorry, for where?
On the left-hand side.
Oh, okay, right here, gotcha.
So see here, we have screencast exercise, copy exactly like what that is, and then put that it's in quizzes and assignments, and then quiz TG1.
Okay, so what am I doing again for this?
Okay, so go back to where you were. Or wait, what's due? Yeah.
Okay, and then add
due February 8th, okay.
And then add for here, this is under the quiz assignment.
No. Yeah, this one, Zoom, yeah. You know what you can do is go down. Yeah, under quiz and assignment. Yeah, under quiz. Under quizzes and assignments.
Oh, quizzes, gotcha.
It's not Zoom, it's screencasting exercise. Not tutorial. Take out tutorial. Screencasting exercise, space exercise.
Spell that right? Yeah. Okay.
What is this? Each person does it on how certain Zoom features. No. Yeah, go quizzes and assignments. Okay, go down. Go down. See here, this is it. Each group member record different screencasts.
I'll just put refer to quizzes and assignments tab for there so they can look for this.
Right, they look at that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go back and I'll change that. And the TG one, I can delete that. I don't know why he added it.
Oh, that's a quiz. That's one.
I'm gonna put like quiz though to it. I'll put TG one.
Add quiz in front of it. Quiz, TG one, right? And then it's also Wiley plus TG one. Wiley, not Wiley.
Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness, come on.
Wiley plus TG1, right? And then they know what they need to do there, right? Okay, so take that out, right, under quiz. No, just put under, it's there, refer to quizzes. What do you mean refer? It's already there, that's good enough. Screencasting exercise.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quiz, TG1, Wiley plus that, and yeah, and submit. Yeah. You don't need so much space between.
Okay, I'll go back and do the same thing underneath the other. This
Underneath
is one.
what's the other?
Yeah, I'll do it under the PL2.
What's that need help?
This is the one that we were looking at before as a group. If you click this, it has all of this. That's what we were looking at before when everyone else was here.
All student support. What's
that's the number that you gave me because a lot of students were having trouble with the Wiley Plus.
right,
So I put it under there.
Yeah.
And then
yeah. And the Safari browser not working, try. Graded for completion. Completion. You know, I take that out.
Which one?
That last one.
Okay.
Great. I'm not sure. I don't know. At this point, what's due to know that? Wiley support. Maybe put what's due. I don't know. Maybe we should put it lower.
Where don't we move it?
No, Wiley, what's due is good. I don't know about the need help.
Okay. What do you want me to do with it?
Maybe I'm thinking about need help. Maybe the need help should be in the audit area.
Okay.
And this way students can put their solutions too. Here they can't do they can't manipulate because this is the regular.
Actually, I think I added it to, I think this is, for some reason I added it to the other sections as well, but I'm pretty sure I added it to the audit as well. Let me just go in and make sure.
Keep it in the audit.
Yeah,
Then the students can add it.
Right, I think I did add it, like I said, I don't know why I put it in that section as well. Yeah, I put it in here. I just need to go back and delete the one that I just showed you. I don't know why, like I said, I put it in there. But yeah, it's the same folder for this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Delete. Why don't you do that now? Delete. We won't forget. Just delete that what's needed.
Is this the one?
Yeah, need help. Yeah, not here. What's the, yeah, just delete it. What?
Okay.
Yeah. So now announcements. Yeah, and then Zoom. What's the?
Yeah, and this is back to the audit section right here. So
Okay,
you can get rid of this tab. Cool.
okay.
All right.
All right, and we have the same thing, and then don't put it in the KL2.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
work on that. I'll try to get that done tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll try what?
Like go back. You said that was for the audit 1 section. I need to go back and do audit 2 now. Like the same thing.
Okay. We'll see. Yeah, that'll be good. But just put it in the audit, not in the regular.
Right.
Okay. All right. And well, now that you feel more confident, you can help the second class. Oh, what I did want to ask you is, do you get, when you go in, are you able to go into Wiley or no?
I know, actually.
Share your screen.
Okay, so this is what I'm looking at right now. I don't see Wiley, and this is the audit section.
No, the regular one.
Regular section.
KL1.
This, I don't think I have a regular. I only have an audit KL1.
What a black one. You're not okay, Bobby. You don't have, you're not in KL1?
No, I believe I'm only
Hold on.
yeah, because these are all the classes and there's no KL1 there. I'm only in the
Where's
audit.
BTE?
I only have the health and informatics from last semester. I'm not actually enrolled in the class like the BTE. I'm only, like I said, I'm only in the audit sections right here.
No, hold on. Why do you have 4? Oh, this was last semester. Oh,
Right.
okay. Here's this semester, KL1 and 2. No, look at this. Course where you are a course builder. You are. It's good that you know.
Right, yeah. I am.
That's what I am. Now go into KL1, right there where your cursor is. Now go to Wiley Plus. Now click on chapter 1. Okay, now click on Why I Should. I guess it's working. If you want access to that book, you can create. You can fill this out. And order a 14-day trial. You get it free for 14 days if you want. That's just up to you.
Okay. Would it be helpful if I did that?
I think it would.
Okay, then I can do that then.
Yeah, I think it would, because then you can learn some things. And when I'm in the chapter or something, you can be at the same place. And then you can sit with the adaptive test it. So when people are asking about, I don't understand where I'm getting adaptive, I don't understand this and that, you'll be able to respond to them. You won't have to just say, hey, go to Kate.
Okay, gotcha. I'll do that then, I guess, on like maybe Wednesday morning so I can get the most out of the 14 days. Then.
Yeah, right. Perfect. Yes, yeah. So get it, do it on the 14 days and you can get 14 days free, and then you can get a feel for it. And then some of the chapters you may even want to learn more about.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Okay, good. Good
Bye.
night.
Thank you again for
Bye.
saving me.
Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.